Hey, Keegan, what's up? Oh, I don't care. Not like you were the only one. I wasn't even there for that long, dude. Gen X, I wasn't even there for that long, but uh, I'm always happy to be there. I wish I could spend more time. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. I'm using a different thing in my hair, like a different product. Aside from the fact that it just apparently when my hair gets longer, it's just naturally curly. I guess didn't know that. Matt is a great. He is a great drummer. Agreed, Gen X. Welcome in, guys. Tap that screen, help out with the live goal, do all the good things, as our friend Erika Shante says. Oh, hey, Ellie. Thank you, friend. That was very kind of you. Appreciate that. Unnecessary, but very kind. Thank you. We're going to start taking guests in just a second, guys. Tap that screen, help out with the live goal. Yes, live with Erika tomorrow, Amber. Thanks. All right, let's see here. Somebody in the chat was just like, let me up, and they're not in the guest request. So, I don't know. Bill, what's up? I got a day for you next week, Bill. I got a day for you next week. Actually, I have a couple of days for you next week. I'm going to let you pick. Yeah, Tony. I mean, I don't love this song. I don't love it, but it's like whatever. It's fine, you know. Fuck yeah, people love us together, Bill. We're gonna make a great team. We go together like peanut butter and peanut butter and peanut butter and I don't know. I'll think of it. Something. I'll think of something. Oh, Jolie's from New England. There you go. So sweetie. Yeah, there you go. Once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, if you're currently a Trump supporter, you're welcome to hop in the box. No, not jelly. No, I don't think so. Yes, Pam, we started a little bit late. Thank you for letting everybody know. Man, I haven't had a fluffernutter in fucking forever, but god damn it, I'd like one. Hi, Matt Nemo. First super chat. Thank you, Wesley. Chat, hit that like button like JD. Hits on couches. Nice. Reminder, God is a trans woman and Jesus was a gay man. Jesus was also a communist Jew. So there you go. Thank you, Wesley. As always, you are greatly appreciated, friend. All of our mods over on the tube are very appreciated. We appreciate all you guys. And all of our mods here on TikTok are appreciated. You guys do wonderful work. And I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you very much for being here. Once again, if you are a Trump supporter, you're welcome to hop in the box. Also, let's see here. Our phone line. Let's double check that the phone line is up and running. Don't want anyone complaining that they can't get in on the phone line. No, Pam. I messaged him. He'll come over when he's ready. It's all good. Don't worry. Nemo's a big boy. He'll be fine. All right, there we go. Phone line is going. Pam, I don't think that you're fucking with me. I think that you would actually go and drag Nemo here. I think you would. I actually believe that. I do know you. Yeah, Harry, Welcome to the Jungle is a really good one. Erika, what's up? Erika, I saw you thoughting with Polly earlier. I saw that. I saw you. Oh, are you? Well, be my guest, friend. Eye drops are being recalled? Oh, boy. Be my guest, Erika. Once again, Trump supporters, hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. We'd like to have a chat with you. If you are over on the tube, we'd like you guys to call in. Call in. That number is right above my head. It's also pinned in the chat. Glad that you guys are here. Glad you guys are here. Let's see what we got going on in the guest box. Monopoly, you slurred last night, which is why we had to kick you. When I kick guests for that, they don't come back up. So, no, thank you. So, bye bye. You're not going to get my live taken down. Anyways, all right. Well, glad you guys are here. Glad some of you still like me. Apparently, I'm pissing off people on TikTok left and right today. Let's see. There's all the Lindsay Clancy people who are mad at me because I pointed out the legalities in my latest video. They did not like that. So there was that. And then I had another creator make a video about me just before I came on who was mad that I wouldn't talk about the disagreement in the Senate race in the Democratic primary in Florida. So you know what? I'm just winning all over TikTok today, you guys. We're doing great. Mia, nobody asked you. Nobody asked you, Mia. I am batting 1,000. Thank you. Thomas. Trump, male, white. Does Thomas think that this is like a cognitive test, like the ones that Trump takes? Bird, plane. Oh, I'm sorry, Krista. Did you think that there were going to be fucks given? So sorry. None of the fucks. I have none. I don't want no fucks. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, fresh out. All right, let's see. You got somebody. Oh, let me mute that. Smooze. Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
I am not. But I just had one question and then I'll drop. And I just would like to have your thought, or Nemo, or both of you, on why don't we continue to tax Social Security after, say, $150,000, give or take, whatever the number is.
You're asking me why we wouldn't?
Yes.
As in, are you asking specifically, but why? Because of the big beautiful bill, or?
No, my understanding, and if I'm wrong, correct me, but after you make a certain amount of money, you don't get taxed on Social Security. And one more thing, I have an Inspire, which is off the topic, but it makes me sound drunk, and I'm not.
Man, I didn't think you sounded. I didn't think you sounded.
Well,
drunk.
I just wanted to put it out there so nobody thinks, I'm just some drunk up here.
Um, that's okay. Well, friend, if I recall correctly, and of course Nemo is more than welcome to chime in on this one. I believe the limit is actually higher than that. I'm pretty sure. I feel like it's like in the hundred. It's like more like 180,000 is where we stop at Social Security with payroll taxes. Um, I'm pretty sure. So, uh,
Checked it the other night. It goes up every year.
it goes up every year. Yeah.
I think that it's at 183 right now.
Okay, yeah, 100. So it's. I was gonna say. I thought it was a bit higher. But the reason it was like there was. And I've read this before. I remember the reason.
184.
184. Okay, yeah. So I knew it was just over 180. So it's like there was a reason why they had a threshold set up, and I forget what the. I actually genuinely forget what the reason was. I read about it before, but it's been a long. It's honestly, it's been a long time. I don't remember what the. There's a reason why. Nemo, do you know? Do you? I don't know what the.
Oh,
I don't remember what
the
why
reason
there
for
was
the
a
amount?
reason. Yeah, what? No, why was there? Why was there the cap? There's a reason though. I remember they put the cap was in place for a reason, and I
Yeah,
don't. What was it? I don't because I don't
yeah.
remember.
So like the good faith argument or like pitch for the cap is that is the maximum amount that you could take out monthly, right? So whatever that is over like 12 months or whatever the fuck. So that, like there's a certain amount that you can draw, that maximum that you can take out of Social Security once you're eligible to draw, and uh that maximum is equal to that number.
Okay, fair enough. I wish that wasn't true, but fair enough. I'll drop.
Um, okay, so, well, appreciate the question, and hope you have a good rest of your night. Okay,
Thank you. You
all
too.
right, take care. Yeah, it was like the way that it was the way that it was designed initially, right? It was a whole, um, if I recall correctly, I want to look it up because
So I think that the cap was implemented later. I could be wrong on that.
yeah, I forget, but let's see who this is. This is maybe Trump supporter. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter? Okay. Uh, it's all right. We'll try that again. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter? Hello? Okay. Hello?
Yo ho ho ho! It's Santa. Merry Christmas and shit.
It is August.
Yeah, that is just like, no. Immediately no.
We haven't even made it to fucking Labor Day.
You can, like, aside from the fact that you think you're being funny with a troll, you can fuck right the fuck off with anything Christmas related. That makes me more mad than the troll. Like, fuck off. The fuck is that?
Legit. Like earlier and earlier Christmas stuff. That's one of them. The other one, and this is going to sound dumb, Amazon going like where Prime Day used to, like there were actually deals.
Oh, don't even.
And then it's like, hey guys, Prime Day. And it's just whatever. Same for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Hey, our Black Friday deals, it's just the same fucking price.
But we took the manufacturer's retail price and we slapped it up there, and then we look like we marked it down, but it's still the same old price that it was a week ago. Like, you can just fuck right the fuck off.
Doorbuster deals.
Give you a doorbuster, fucking Target. Get it in your fucking ass.
Bust the doors of the Bastille when we storm it.
Yeah. There you go. All right, let's see here. Let's see. I got this. I got that. Got this. Okay. Good. Yeah. Right? Old white man sneaking into your house to eat your food. Like, what the fuck? We don't have enough shit to deal with? All right. So apparently the Abraham Lincoln is officially heading home. Officially heading home. That's the word on the street, at least for all intents and purposes. And I am really curious if we're going to get any more info. To San Diego. That's right, not California. I'm really curious if we're going to get any more information, if we're going to hear any more from any of these soldiers, or if they're all just going to be, like, tamped down and no one's going to be able to talk to anybody. Like, I don't know. I'm just really curious, or if anyone will talk on, condition of anonymity or anything like that, because I'm really curious to know. 272 days at sea is fucking wild. Fucking wild. I mean, that is so long to go without a fucking stop. And someone before was like, there have been longer ones. Yeah. With stops. With port calls. That's the longest without a port call. That's the longest without a port call. 9 months. 9 months and change is fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't even know. But care about the troops. They care all about the troops. So much. All about the troops.
It'll be interesting to see if there are any leaks. I feel like there will be. Like, I know that the military is going to be hardcore. They're going to, treat that like treason or some shit if someone gets caught. But I have a feeling there's going to be some reporters that get some sources.
Yeah, I agree that there's going to be. Yeah, Mia, I agree too. There's definitely going to be, like, people are not just going to sit idly by and not tell their stories. That, like, yeah, abso-fucking-lutely not. By the way, if you guys didn't hear, Aisha Wahab, who is a state senator in California. She's going to be the one who is filling out the term of Eric Swalwell. She defeated Melissa Hernandez, who is a more moderate Democrat. She's Aisha Wahab is a progressive. She won the special election, so she's going to get to finish out Eric Swalwell's term in California's 14th. California's 14th. So W's to yet another progressive win. W to Aisha. Oh, and by the way, I know this is going to shock all of you. She took no APAC money, and her opponent did.
Yeah.
And she still won.
That's good. That is 100% going to be one of those things for the presidential primaries.
I'm telling you, man. Like, this is... I feel like people are finally fucking waking up, man.
Things are starting to tighten up, too. Ossoff is positioning. It's very clear.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
Johnny, hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
I just turned 20 and I'm from Turkey.
Do you not live in the United States?
No, I live in the United States, but I'm from Turkey.
Okay. What state do you live in?
I live in California, sir.
Okay. What time is it in California?
It's about 10:46, sir.
That's crazy because it's 10:46 in Boston right now. Why is it always the time zone?
Yeah.
Yo,
AP, hi, are you a Trump supporter?
you remember me, right?
No.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
18, New York.
Okay.
18, New York.
Okay. Cool. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Cause he made our military stronger.
He did?
Yeah.
How?
By bombing Iran.
Bombing Iran made our military stronger?
No, I meant to say he bombed our country.
What?
Like oh, never mind, bro. My bad.
Yeah, just hand it back to the other guy.
What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Stephanie, hello. Are you a Trump supporter? Stephanie, hello. Guessing that might have been a mistake. Okay. Try that again. See if Bobby can load. Bobby, hello. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
46, California.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Because I hate Newsom and I hate Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
They're a waste, fraud, and abuse.
Cool. Well, Gavin Newsom is your governor, so that's nothing to do with supporting Donald Trump. And Kamala Harris is lost in November of 2024. It's August of 2026, which is specifically why I said, why do you still support Donald Trump as of August
Because he's
2026?
winning.
Winning what?
He's doing what he said.
Really? So
Yes.
when he was campaigning, he said he was going to start a war with Iran? When he was campaigning, he
Before he
said
was
he was going to.
campaigning.
Hold on, bud. Hang on one
So
second. I got to
hold on 1 second.
No, hang on 1 second, because I got a couple of things to lift off here. Because you said that he's doing what he said he was going to do, so I got a couple of things here. So real quick. So when he was campaigning, he said he was going to start a war with Iran. He said he was going to raise gas prices. He said he was going to pump up inflation. He said he was going to make sure that prices of nothing went down. He said he was going to make sure that the economy got worse. He said he was going to make sure that he took insurance away from 20 million Americans. Those are all the things he said he was going to do. Just out of curiosity. I don't remember those speeches on the campaign trail, Bobby. Do you?
I do, very much so. So again, you can't come into somebody else's house and threaten them with nuclear missiles. That's a problem, Big Mouth. You didn't let me finish, and then you put me on mute.
I'm so sorry. My hand must have slipped. Anyways, I don't recall
That's why you
anyone
lost.
in.
That's why your vote lost.
Sure,
You lost.
Sure, but
Get it through your little mind. You lost.
anyways,
Your
I
little
don't
brain
recall,
cell.
Anyways, but
You lost.
I don't know why
You lost.
I don't. Okay,
Kamala lost.
Yeah,
It's over.
Yeah,
It's
I
over.
know that. I know that.
2 more years.
Hey, bud. I see. Unlike you, I know that Kamala
Donald-
lost. I understand that happened in November 2024. I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and all you keep saying is Kamala lost. I know Kamala lost. I accept it.
Yeah,
I understand it. I'm not a crazy person like you. I wouldn't storm the Capitol building and try to hold an insurrection. So, anyways, can you please explain when Iran, quote unquote, walked into our house and threatened us with nuclear weapons? I'd love to know. Could you explain that, please, since you brought it up?
Maybe you should stop watching CNN and follow some other news. With your little coffee mug.
I don't watch CNN
Coffee
because
mug.
CNN
You don't know enough.
I don't watch CNN because CNN is owned by a Republican
Why
billionaire.
are you?
CNN's owned by a Republican billionaire. I don't watch cable news at all.
Why-
So again, could you answer my question, please? I don't know why you're crashing out. I just asked you a simple question. Since you claimed it, when did Iran come into our
Again,
house?
why are you even on?
I am asking you a question, bud. Doesn't seem like you're very good at this.
It doesn't seem like you're very intelligent. Why are you even on TikTok? Because of Trump? You shouldn't even have TikTok. What are you going to collect? 70 cents tonight? Pablo? 70 cents tonight? Keep on drinking your coffee. You don't understand. Trump won. The person you voted for lost. Get it through your little brain. Little brain. You lost.
Nemo,
Trump is the president. I didn't like. Oh,
does he understand that I've already said multiple times that I understand that Kamala lost and Trump won, and I'm trying to move on with the conversation? I've already said that. He doesn't seem to understand that. Do you want to try saying it to him? I don't know.
I think that this might be a Nick Shirley situation. You know, just based on the way that he's talking and like his cadence, I'm thinking it's a Nick Shirley situation.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Anyways,
your mom drank while she was pregnant with you, didn't she, Bobby?
your mom did crack cocaine and heroin, didn't she? You look of that kind of descent from a lower class family that didn't
That's
even
some
finish high school.
Weird ass eugenic
look
shit
like
just
that.
then.
that's I don't even know how.
You look like that. I'm not trying to disrespect, but
No, of course not. Yeah, no. You said that we don't know a lot, and you were talking about the Middle East, right?
you don't even keep a clean face. Look how you look. I'm
Look
just trying
how
to
I
be
look.
reasonable with you.
Look how you.
Hey, y'all, look how I look. Look at this face on my face.
Yeah, you look like a descendant
A descendant
from another country
Wow.
that just came here.
You look like a descendant.
I look like a descendant from another country, and I just came. I look fresh off the boat, y'all.
Yeah, you look like a
My
descendant.
pale ass looks fresh off the boat.
God damn
There
it,
you go.
Bobby.
You answered it for yourself.
Damn it, Bobby.
Yes, welcome to America. Yes. This is a Western civilization. Yes.
In
We
Soviet
flee from old
Russia,
country.
descendant hit you.
You know what? I don't really talk to a lot of dumb people like you guys.
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
This is the longest I talked to somebody on TikTok. Dumb people like you
Oh.
trying to
Wow.
collect 50 cents, 50
Okay.
cents in a month.
So, Bobby, you were talking about...
You don't even
were
know
talking about
why
the
you
Middle
have
East, right?
TikTok. You
Hey,
shouldn't
Bobby,
even have it.
Bobby,
Trump
Bobby.
banned it.
Well,
if
hang
you
on,
remember.
Nemo.
Damn it, Bobby.
Nemo, I have to point out that thank you to Daniel on the Blue Up. It says for the 420. Thank you. It says proof that you made more than 70 cents. Guess seems a little upsetty spaghetti. Oh, Bobby, looks like I made more than 70 cents tonight. Oh, well, we
Bro.
already beat you.
Wow, you made $14. What are you gonna do with it? You gonna buy a Taco Bell?
I don't know. I might go see your mom.
My mom wouldn't even talk to somebody dumb as you. She would send you back to wherever you came from.
Great comeback.
That's how
bud.
dumb you are.
Great comeback.
Yeah. You look like a descendant from a country, Matt.
You're a descendant. Look at your face.
Look at my face, y'all. It's the face of a
Yeah,
descendant.
use a razor once in a while. It's not bad for you.
Bruh. I
You
detect
cowboy
jealousy.
hillbilly.
It's some beard envy right
Now
there.
I'm
You
a
cowboy
hillbilly.
hillbilly.
A cowboy hillbilly.
You
Sir, those are
cowboy
two very
hillbilly
different
that supports
things.
Kamala that lost.
There are two. Those
He
are two very
lost.
different things.
You cowboy hillbilly that lost. You're a shame.
How many times is he going to say this over and over? We've already agreed. Kamala lost. Thanks. Now, can you please explain?
You cowboy.
Can you please explain what you meant when you said somebody comes into your house and threatens you with nuclear weapons? Can you please explain when Iran threatened us directly with nuclear weapons? I would just love to know. Could you just tell us? Instead of babbling on about how Kamala lost. We all know she lost. Thank you. Anyways. Oh, you ran away? Bye-bye, little bitch.
Boo.
God damn, dude. I'll tell you. These little snowflakes. Damn it, Bobby.
It was like, it's like if you took a blender, you threw Nick Shirley, Bobby Hill, Hank Hill, and O'Doyle Rules, and you just like let that percolate.
By the way, thank you to Jolie for the 5 on the Blue Up. It says just to piss off Bobby. Well, thank you, friend. Undead Ghost. Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
19, Wyoming.
You said Wyoming.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
I haven't lost any rights. I've been, economically doing well. I haven't lost money. I think he's just been doing a good job.
You got a sore throat there, Chief? You okay?
No, I've just born with a condition that makes my voice
Oh, okay.
raspy.
Yeah. What's the name of the condition?
They haven't named it.
Really?
You were born with
What?
it, and 19 years later, they haven't named it. That's wild.
Yeah, I get that a lot, and I've gotten bullied about it throughout my years in school.
No, I'm not bullying you for the condition. I'm just
I'm
saying it's just really strange that in 19 years they haven't named the condition. That's just weird.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's why I support him. I mean, I didn't vote for him, but that's why I support him.
Uh-huh. What's capital Wyoming?
The what?
What's the capital of Wyoming? Oh, you gotta Google it. We can see when you go off the ad. Fuck with.
By the way, it's Cheyenne. I know that off the top of my head because I'm not a
God
fucking
damn.
moron. God damn, dude. Right here. It's Cheyenne. Oh, he ran away. Ah, God damn it. God damn it. Thank you to... Oh, wait. No, sorry. That was the same one. I thought I had another one. Sorry. Anyways. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you again, Jolie. Sorry. Anyways, off the top of my fucking head, kiddo. You guys sunk at this. I love me some fucking state capitals, man. Let's go.
See, this is me doing reverse psychology with him because he's gonna call back him or the other dude that is next to them. They're going to call back. And when they do, they're going to say a state. But here's the thing. My reverse psychology would have kicked in because they're going to learn that capital. And we're gonna teach them like American geography. We're gonna teach them. Okay, we're gonna teach them slowly. They're gonna learn the capitals.
We're literally we're literally teaching the kids. We're teaching the children's. This is honestly we're doing a public service here, you guys.
Exactly. Speaking of public service, thank you, Jolie, for the 5 on Venmo. You said you have an amazing beard. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I have the beard of a descendant.
Yeah, you're a descendant, Nemo.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hello, Rich. Are you a Trump supporter? Well, that was easy. Oh, see, Psycho. See, I know what that is. I know what that is because my daughter likes those movies. Likes those movies. Hi there, Evo Loot. Are you a Trump supporter? Hello? Self-evolute. Hello? Are you there? Going once. Going twice. All right, later.
Don, you said, why is descendant an insult? Well, isn't it obvious?
Rich,
hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, should I take it away, or I didn't know if you were going.
No, how old are you
and what state?
Oh shit.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
How old are you and what state are you in?
Yeah, 31 years old, Kansas.
Okay, just hang on 1 second for me, would you?
Fair enough.
Thanks. Hi, caller. Welcome to the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah,
How old are you and what state are you in?
I am 14. And
Well, at least you're honest.
At least you're honest. Appreciate that. But we can't have anyone who is over the age or under the age of 18. Now, look at this. We got a couple of friends here. And I assume that we have a couple of friends because they might want to talk to you, Rich. I don't know. Also, I've never had Rich up on my up on the stream here. So this is
You haven't had Rich before?
No, I've never had Rich. No.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's fun.
Oh yeah,
I didn't have anything in particular I wanted to say. I just wanted to be in the room.
Well,
yeah, no, I've
hold on 1 second, Rich. Give me one moment here. I just want to say hello to our friend Oscar. This is also Oscar's first time up here, and I'm actually happy that Oscar is here. So hello, Oscar. Glad you're here. And guys, if you're not following our friend Oscar, you should. You should follow Oscar. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, Rich, why don't you come off mute and tell us why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Yeah, I've dog walked all these people that you have on your panel, so I'll do it again. It's like.
I'm so sorry. It's almost like that's not the question I asked you. The question I asked you was why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Fair enough. So I'm against illegal, undocumented immigrants because they work slave wages and work for a penny on the dollar. And so you guys supporting that means that you're okay with.
I'm so sorry. I said, why do you support Donald Trump as of August 2026? If you don't support what you just said, that's great, but that doesn't equate to supporting Donald Trump. So could you please explain to everyone here why you continue to support Donald Trump as of August 2026? Because that thing you just said doesn't equate support to Donald Trump. Try again.
Fair enough. So you want a strict and narrow answer. Got it. So basically, he's against what you guys stand for, the illegal, undocumented immigrants. That's the main reason.
He's against what you stand for.
Yeah, because you guys want undocumented immigrants to be exploited and work for real cheap blood, sweat, and tears to make a fucking penny. It's embarrassing. It's horrible. It's inhumane. You guys have no ethics and no morals.
Got it. So you're all for. So just to be clear, you're all for penalizing all of the major companies and corporations that employ those people, right?
Wow, dude. Seriously, that's not where it starts with.
I'm sorry. I'm asking you a question. Since that's such a major concern for you, I'm asking, is that a thing that you would be willing to say that you want to do? Because I would assume that somebody who cares so much, you're such a compassionate human, that you would want to make sure that those people aren't being cheated by the companies that they're working for. So we should probably penalize them and stop those companies from hiring them at quote-unquote slave wages, right?
So, Matt, that's a symptom of the problem. That's a
Absolutely, Erika. What would you like to say?
So, Rich, you say that you support Trump because Trump doesn't want them undocumented immigrants here being paid what you call slave wages, but yet Donald Trump, via his revamping of the H-2A visa program, actually is allowing these employers to pay them less. Did you know that, Rich? Did you know that the Trump administration is now including what used to be a separate expense, their rent, all right, because the employer was responsible for that while they were here on their seasonal visa to pay for that rent? He's now taking that as part of their actual income and is being deducted from their pay. Did you know that, Rich? So they're getting paid less an hour.
That's new to me. I'm questioning the validity of that, but that is new to me.
Yeah, you could. It was actually something that was released in either March or April of last year. All right, so 2025. And then also another thing, Rich, is that the EPI, the Economic Policy Institute, did a report on this in November of 2025. And I'd be happy to read it to you. You want me to read it to you?
That's a good idea, yeah.
Okay. So I'm sorry. Somebody else said something?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. The Trump administration will cut the pay of all farm workers by reducing the minimum wages paid to workers filling seasonal agricultural jobs in the H-2A visa program. By lowering wage rates implemented by the Department of Labor, we estimate that over 350,000 H-2A farm workers could see their annual wages cut by a total of $2 billion or more, between 26 to 32% of their wages. Yeah. Do you know what's going to happen there, though, when they cut the wages for farm workers, for the migrant workers? Excuse me, I was eating dinner. Sorry. Do you know what's going to happen there, Rich?
To my understanding, Erika, that's not for the undocumented immigrants. That's for the actual legal documented migrants.
The H-2A visa. I legit said that, the H-2A visa. The H-2A visa is the basically the seasonal work visa. But do you know what's going to happen?
They'll make less money.
Not only will they make less money, but that's going to put downward pressure per the Economic Policy Institute, and it only makes sense on American farm workers. So it's actually going to reduce the pay for American farm workers. It's estimated that American farm workers will see their wages reduced at about $3 billion, so up to 9% of their total. All right. So there's that. So people are going to see their wages go down. So Trump isn't helping.
And of course, that's not good news, for the farmers. But that's for
the farmers or for the farm workers.
The farm workers are the farmers. Come on now, let's be genuine.
Not necessarily.
It's literally the exact same thing.
Farmers are the owners.
Okay, but it's going to affect them both equally, though.
No, the farmers are going to have more money in their pocket as the employer. All right, because they're not spending as much money on the migrant workers. And in turn, they're going to be able to also pay less to the American farm workers. So the only people that win here are, again, the employers. So I think we should go back to Matt's question and ask, why aren't we doing anything about reforming the system when it comes to these employers so that they are
Erika, you mind if I
required?
get a word in here? I would just like to point out that while we're sitting here arguing about how well Rich Poor thinks that we're advocating for these people's labor rights, he is rooting for their worst nightmare to come true. He is rooting for them to be abducted from their homes and sent to a country, at the very least, that they don't want to go to, and at the very worst, a country they haven't been to since they were a child or perhaps never at all. So I just always like to pop in and call bullshit on the idea that we're not advocating for these people when he is wishing for their worst nightmare to come true.
So okay, fair enough. So I can address each point individually. So you're okay with them blood, sweat, and tears and working for and being exploited and taken advantage of by these corporations. Got it. So now what Matt said is a symptom of the problem. I don't think that it's a diagnosis. So the corporations who are doing
And
this,
that is why you don't cut me off when I'm talking to Rich, because I know how to talk to Rich.
So when Matt said that the corporation should also be penalized, I agree with him, but that's only a symptom of the problem. That's not the actual diagnosis, the actual problem itself. So we got to start with the illegal undocumented immigrants, then move to the corporations and take care of them. You know, it's a trickle down effect. So once we start with the root of the problem, then we take care of that, and then everything else will, be taken care of. You know what I mean?
No, Rich. The issue at hand is actually the employer. So it'd be the capitalism. All right, it'd be them actually exploiting their labor. That would be the issue at hand, Rich. And we would need to reform that part of the system. And then we can take a look at actual migration. And Donald Trump is doing nothing but with his new approach to the H-2A visa, he's doing nothing but actually ensuring that they continue to exploit the people, the pay that you claim that you care so much about, because you don't want them being paid low wages, but yet you're still supporting it. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, Rich.
So we have the same end goal, but you're starting with the corporations versus I'm starting with the illegal workers. That's the problem. So we need
And you
to
have it
work both.
backwards.
No, I would disagree right there. I would disagree. I would think that you're starting backwards by trying to penalize the workers, or I'm sorry, the corporations. Because if we took away the
Who said anything
undocumented,
about penalizing them? Literally just said we need to reform the system. And I haven't even said how we could reform the system. I said address it. Why are you thinking about penalties?
well, isn't that what you're implying? I would assume that you're
I
implying
know.
penalizing them.
I wasn't talking about penalizing, reforming. Actually give them actual incentive to hire Americans instead, right? Right? And pay the Americans the livable wage, right?
Oh, of course, but that would imply that you would punish them if they don't abide by those policies, those new rules. That's why I assumed I cut straight to the chase because I'm assuming you would penalize them if they weren't going to listen to the reform, right?
No. What would be the penalty?
Yeah, so if they say that they're not going to reform to these rules that you're talking about and hiring American workers, what would happen? They just get a slap on the wrist? What would happen? I would assume there would be some kind of punishment or penalty.
No, we would have to think about that. But my question for you would be this, Rich, is that why would you want to start with the undocumented immigrant who is just literally trying to work?
Yeah, and that's my heart goes out to them. Like Oscar said, I know that they're trying to escape a terrible situation.
Thank you,
But
Andy.
but at the end of the day, they're still being taken advantage of and exploited, and their labor, their blood, sweat, and tears is, they're the people we're taking advantage of them because they're coming from a dire situation.
Erika was right in pointing out that the system that is exploiting them is a system that we all want to fix, irrespective of whether or not the people being exploited by it are illegal immigrants or not.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We have the same end goal. It's just you guys are trying to start with the corporations versus I'm trying to start with the illegal, undocumented immigrants
That seems utterly backwards to me.
They broke the law to come here. You guys just conveniently skip that part. I've noticed that, but I'll skip that too if you guys don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
So what about the fact that the corporations are breaking the law by employing them? It's the same thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Why are you?
Hold on. Why is that any different?
The bigger crime is that they're not here legally. That's a bigger red flag. They've already
They're not
broken
here, and they are being exploited, and the employers are employing them and exploiting them. Who is doing worse?
And that's the question. That's the $1 million question.
That's a very good question. Please answer it.
Well, if you ask me, I think the illegal undocumented immigrants are, because they're not even supposed to be here. You know what I mean?
That doesn't make any sense, though.
It makes perfect sense.
Think about it for just a second. That does not make sense. You have one person breaking the law in this hypothetical, right? One person who comes to the country illegally, they break the law. That's one person committing one crime, correct?
Yes, but it's millions. But yes, go ahead. Yeah, I see your point. Yeah,
okay, but now that's millions of people, right? So that's one person committing one crime. Now, does a company that exploits these workers, are they just employing one of them? No. So a company has the resources and likely the incentive to employ far more than just one of them, right? So if if it's strictly about the amount of crime being committed, the one to go after would be the company, the one that does the exploiting, right? Because they have the power, they have the money, they have the incentive.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. What they're doing, though, you have to realize they're enabling these people. They're enabling them. That's what they're doing by giving them an opportunity to continue to sustain their life in a country that they've already broken into, and they shouldn't be.
So so they're enabling. So you should punish the enabler, right?
Again, and that's where we have the same angle. We want to fix the problem, but you guys think it starts with
No. You're punishing someone for doing what is necessary, right, for them to live, instead of punishing the entity that is exploiting them, right? Like, if you want to solve this problem, you would punish the exploiter, the enabler. You would punish them, because that is how you address it. And instead of just one at a time, like what you're talking about, you go after a company. Let's say they employ 100 people that fall into this category. Okay, well that's 100 instances of that no longer occurring. So it's much more efficient to do that. That's why we used to do it that way. That's why ICE did not exist. That's why it was INS. That's why it was part of the Department of Labor.
Yeah, of course. But let me ask you this. Would they even get the chance to exploit those people if they hadn't broken into the country in the first place?
But the thing is, Rich, is that Donald Trump exploited you when you broke into the Capitol on January 6th, right?
Wow.
He exploited you in order to actually...
We don't need to do anecdotal, personal.
What?
What does
That's
that have to do with this conversation? I'll drop off this fucking...
We're talking about exploitation, though, Rich. We're talking about exploitation. And right, he exploited you on January 6th.
What does this have to do with my argument?
Donald Trump has been exploiting the American people for the last, how many months, Rich? He's been exploiting us for the last year and a half, 18, 19 months, however many months it's been, right? And he has made billions of dollars, but we're sitting here arguing about darn going what migrants make. Like, be very serious, Rich. Be very, very serious. How about we do this thing where Donald Trump, all right, stops taking advantage of the American people? How about that? Right? How about we do that? How about Donald Trump take some of his billions of dollars that he has and put it back into the American people? How about he stops running up our national debt, which is now sitting at 40 trillion whole ass dollars, Rich? All right, $40 trillion, bro. When he came into office, it was at 36 trillion. That means in the span of, a year and a half, this dude has added over $4 trillion to our national debt. Our deficit in the month of July was at over $480 billion, like the highest on record. That's how much was added to the deficit. Rich, we are not doing well, and you're sitting here complaining about undocumented immigrants or people with H-2A visas, whichever you want to call it, making slave wages. Dude, we have 1 in 5 children in America who are starving. Upwards of 65 to 70% of Americans work full-time or part-time, but they're getting what? SNAP and Medicaid benefits, bro. Like, be serious.
Yeah, so this is a TED Talk. Eric, I'm not
We
doing
got
this.
bigger fish to fry.
I'm not doing.
Oh, Rich, are you gonna run away now? Okay, I guess this is a little too much for you to handle. I'd run away too.
No,
I'm sorry. Were you just announcing your departure?
Yeah, we're
it's
done.
It's not. Yeah, you're okay.
We're done here. We're done here.
I'd
We're
run
done
away.
here.
I would run away too.
Hey,
you
Rich,
little
hit him with the
fucking-
wow. God dang it. Hit him with the wow.
You little bitch.
I told y'all it was time for me to pull a Rich. Yeah. I learned that today.
Interesting.
He's a January. So this is news to me. So really?
Was
Yeah, I learned that
was he
today.
one of the is he unconvicted? Was he one of the 1,000 charged, or is he one of the 175 or so that assaulted police officers?
To be perfectly honest with you, I didn't ask any questions. When I was told that he was a J6er, I said, that tracks. He's fucking weird anyways. It just tracks. I didn't ask any questions. But yeah.
Damn.
Rich is
Wow. Yeah.
Matt.
Discovered
Matt.
that this morning.
What? Stop it! I said no. I said no. I mean, guys. Obviously, I've seen. Obviously, guys. People who are like, "Oh, you never seen?" Obviously, I have seen him on plenty of panels over however many times. I've never had him up for any amount of time ever. So that's all.
I've had him up for ages. I've even scolded him quite a lot about being so annoying on the mic with his outbursts, with the laughing, because I just tell him hey man, there's a lot of people watching. It's bad airtime. If you want people to listen, please stop fucking doing that. it's nails on a chalkboard for everybody.
He's so
This morning on Johnny's live, Johnny clocked it, and because Rich said something that implied that he had served the country in the context of the military. And so we pressed him on that. We're like, hold on a second. Were you in the military? And then all of a sudden he got cagey. And he kept saying, I don't want to commit a crime. The only time that it's a crime is if you lie about military service. That's when it can potentially be a crime, I guess. And he kept doing I can't confirm or deny. And then Johnny did some Spidey sense shit. And I was definitely interpreting Rich in the charitable way, because I've talked to him and he's annoying, but he's not too bad.
Here, give me 1 sec, guys. Let's see if this is a Trump supporter. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter? Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
How old are you and what state are you in?
I'm 19, from New Jersey.
Okay, I'm just going to put you on a brief hold. Be right back with you.
All right.
Real quick, I want to say thank you to Angie on the Cash App for the 5. It says, was he also born with the last caller's condition? No, I don't think Rich was with the unnamed condition. And I also want to say real quick, thank you to Mr. Melvin for the $20 super chat. We love you, Mr. Melvin. Thank you so much. I know you're a great supporter of a number of us. It says, I hope that you're right, Matt, because the health, welfare, and education of children are exponentially being dismissed, and people who care for them are being handcuffed daily. Can you riddle me that, pro-lifers? Y'all are full of shit. Fucking absolutely. W's always for Mr. Melvin with all the right takes. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Melvin.
Erica says hi. Erica says hi. Hi from Erica.
Matt, he heard me.
I wanted to say hi from you.
Oh, okay. All right. I get it. Good grief.
God. Okay. Anyways.
I forgot you're old. Zinga, bazinga, ayo.
Nemo, do you have any thank yous?
Yes. Thank you, Daniel, for the dollar on Venmo, and then thank you for the 666 on Venmo. Hail Satan, praise Lucifer for the Morning Star. You said, wouldn't it be poetic if the con man got conned? If Trump were to step down for Vance with a promise of a pardon, and Vance forgets to give him one before the convictions and finds it, in reference to the conversation on Joey's Live yesterday. Yes, that would be beautiful.
Lastly,
I have one.
Oh, okay, go for it.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
This is a really good one. Joseph, wow, thank you so much for the 5. Joseph said Trump used undocumented Polish workers to demolish the Bonwit Teller building for Trump Tower in the 80s.
Yes.
Underpaid, they worked without asbestos mask and slept at the site. Trump tried to deport them rather than pay them. We know this because he was caught and fined. Makes sense. That dude's...
Erika, not only that, but if you look into the story of that building, I guess he couldn't wait another minute. If you look into the story of that building, it was also like this oh my God, it makes me so mad. It was this amazing Art Deco building in New York City, and the New York Historical Society had he swore that he was going to have a preserve it all, and then he just fucking knocked it down and didn't do any of the shit he said he was going to do. He's such a fucking piece of shit.
He is.
Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, greetings, Matt.
I'm sorry?
Greetings, Matt.
Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Yep.
Okay, how old are you and what state are you in?
I'm 18 years of age, and I reside in a state that resides in the United States of America.
And what state is that?
Yeah, the beautiful state of Washington.
Thank you. Just real quick before we get started, one more. Thank you to our friend Taffy. It says, thank you for having Oscar on, my new favorite morning guy. Thank you, Taffy. Oh, and one more. Taffy said, also, hi, Mr. Melvin. Thank you.
Thank you, Taffy. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Taffy. Very, very kind of you. We know that you're a supporter of all of us, so very, very kind. Okay, caller. Why are you supporting Donald Trump as of August 2026? We know you didn't vote for him, so why are you supporting him?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of factors, right? Like his character, I really like. I think he's, kind of attractive, wink, wink. Yeah, just that's the main stuff.
Okay, so you like him because he's attractive.
Yep.
Okay, well that's great. Anyways.
Okay, Natalie.
Cool.
Have you written him any letters? Oh, he left. Why you leave? Why leave?
I guess that was all of the troll.
Like, okay, Natalie, I clock it. All right. What the fuck are you supposed to do with that?
I don't know. God damn it! And the only person in the guest box is the multiple personality from kid from earlier. Who's definitely two different people, not one.
Are you talking about AJ?
AP.
He's got a lot of accounts. I think I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, this is.
He's not productive. He's a talking point Jack in the Box with no values.
Yeah, there's a lot.
If we're talking about the same person, I don't know if we are.
I think we're talking about the same person. Here, we'll double check one more time.
I think I know both of these two people's voices. Let's hear your voice. Are you who we think you are? How old are you?
This is 19.
18 or 19, depending on which of the two of them you're talking to, right? Awfully quiet.
If he loads. He's not loading.
Oh, he's still spinning on your end? I got a lot of my viewers in the chat. They will know if it's AJJ. They are so much better at knowing if it's. Yeah, he ran. He knew. He knew he wasn't going to slip past my filter. Goodbye.
Oh, wait. All right. Hold on. We got a couple. Might have actually a couple more here. Let's see what we got. Okay. Here's somebody who was like begging to come up earlier.
real quick. Thank you, Angie, for the 5 on Venmo. He said, I love you too. My favorite duo. Thank you.
We love you, Angie. Thank you, friend. Okay, Logan. Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. How old are you and what state are you in?
I'm 19 and I'm from New York.
Cool. Why are you still supporting Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Because he has some great defeats.
I'll tell you, this is going great tonight, you guys. We're doing a great job. This is Octavius. Hi, are you a Trump supporter? Octavius, hello, are you a Trump supporter? No, sorry, he says in the chat. That's okay. All good, friend. Hope you have a great night.
So, this morning on Johnny's live, Rich was up. Oh God. Okay. Well,
wait.
We know that Zeke is an op, so yeah, Zeke, you can wait. So Rich basically implied that he was, I don't know, he served the country. Now, I was being charitable. I thought he meant like public service, right? Not necessarily military. Maybe he was saying like he worked for the government or some shit. Johnny clocked his ass and said, were you J6er? And all of a sudden, boom, just blue screened. He started freaking out. He's like, no, mate, no. And then he ran.
Oh, well, I am so surprised that happened with Rich. I'm so surprised. Zeke, hi, I'll invite you to mute. Apparently my friends know you. I've never talked to you. They say you're a Trump supporter. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How old are you and what state are you in?
I'm 51 and I am from Texas.
Actually, your voice sounds familiar. Have I talked to you before?
We have, yeah.
Maybe on someone else's live, not on mine.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Why are you still supporting Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Well, I want him to do what he can to make sure that we Republicans just continue to sweep everything and win every single House, Senate. You know, that's the main reason, mainly. I want to make sure that we win.
Okay, so then why would you support Donald Trump? Because by every single metric at this point in time, supporting Donald Trump is not helping people get elected. In fact, the people that Donald Trump is supporting, A, aren't getting elected. B, his poll numbers are in the fucking shitter. And C, he's going to get absolutely fucking destroyed in the midterms. The Republicans are, because of Donald Trump and his policies. In fact, the polls are saying that because of Donald Trump fucking everything up, that it's making things even worse. Like, normally, obviously, the opposition party gains some seats, but now it's so bad that they might even lose the Senate. So why would you continue to support Donald Trump? If that's the reason you're supporting Donald Trump, he's not doing any of those things. So I guess you should stop supporting him.
So that's the propaganda that we hear, right? How many times have
No,
we
no,
heard
that's not
about-
propaganda. Those are actual polling numbers, and everything that I've just said to you from November 2024 until now, in every single special election that we can pull up for you and show you, Trump supported candidates have lost.
So I guess polls are right all the time.
No,
right?
I said in actual elections, Trump supported candidates have lost. I'm not talking about polling now. I'm talking about actual elections since November of 2024. So let's take polling out of it, because you're right. You know, those are just speculative. So let's look at actual elections. Donald Trump is completely fucking the Republican Party. So why would you support him if the thing that you're supporting is that you want Republicans to win elections? Donald Trump is preventing Republicans from winning elections.
Well, I'll give you one example. Then you could give me as many as you want. So did you watch the governor's race in Florida last night?
No, the governor's race in Florida isn't even on yet. The governor's race is just in primaries. I'm talking to you about actual elections. Why are you talking to me about a Republican primary? That doesn't matter.
Well, he was endorsed by Donald Trump. Brian Reynolds.
Byron Donalds?
Byron Donalds, yes. My bad. I'm sorry. Yeah.
He was already
Does he understand? Does he understand the difference between a primary and an actual general election, Matt?
I don't think that he does, and that was literally the point that I was just trying to make, Erica, for
Okay.
him, because I don't think he understands that. Thank you. Zeke, again, you just brought up the point that we shouldn't be looking at polling or primaries. Those things don't actually matter. I'm talking about actual elections, Republicans versus Democrats. Democrats are destroying Republicans. They are taking
Matt,
seats.
Could I jump in with something on this? Because just recently we had a primary for governor here in Minnesota, and it's pretty amazing, the numbers compared to what happened the last time we had a governor's race in 2022 and the last time we had a primary. Because for the primary turnout, the Republicans were able to muster an additional 100,000 votes as compared to the last time they had a primary. The Democrats were able to muster 200,000 more votes, and you would normally expect, when there's a contentious primary field available, multiple people who might get the nomination from a particular party, you'd expect a better turnout because of the competition, because of the campaign finance that goes into that. But what we found is that Amy Klobuchar, who won with 95% of the vote, something like that, in Minnesota, she not only caused that increase of 200,000 votes from Minnesotans for her position just in the primary against the background of nobody having a chance of getting second place. Mike Lindell, a Trump loyalist who has supported his hoaxes about that particular election that TikTok doesn't like us talking about, he was expected to be a legitimate contender. He got 1/3 of the vote in the Republican primary that had less of an increase in the turnout. And as a total number of voters in these primaries, the Republicans, with their split field that you would expect to cause a greater turnout in the election, had a far lower turnout than the Democrats. So I think that as a local resident, somebody who lives in this neighborhood where ICE came and fucked with us and murdered a couple of my immediate neighbors who lived a few blocks away in broad daylight, I think that this is a referendum on what happens to a locality that is fucked with by Trump. I think it's a demonstration of exactly what Matt was just talking about, the fact that if Trump sends his armed men into a particular neighborhood or city or metropolitan area to exact his will against the wishes of the governor and against the wishes of the people who live there and against any common sense about reasonable immigration enforcement, they will get fucked in the elections that ensue. And if the Republicans are to learn anything about from Minnesota in the 2026 midterms, I think it's clear from the primary results that if you fuck with a place in the way that the Republicans have fucked with Minnesota lately, you will lose elections. So I just wanted to add that on as an addendum to everything that Matt just said. Thank you for letting me soapbox that as the Minnesotan on the panel.
No problem. So Zeke, do you
Okay,
understand
so can
the
I
actual
clarify what it is that I'm trying to say?
Sure.
So here's the clarification. So I did a little research while that guy was ranting like he always does.
Oh, so you weren't actually listening to what
Wasn't
Oscar
listening
was
at all.
saying. You were okay, cool. Got it. Thanks.
Okay. So the success rate since November 2024 on the president's endorsements to primary elections is 96%. So, having seen that, I support President Trump because I want him to continue endorsing candidates to win their primaries to eventually, hopefully, we can win general elections.
Yeah, so I'm gonna help you out there. By the way, I didn't listen to anything that you just said. I was researching something. Anyways, as I'd love to point out to you, that's a stupid fucking statistic because in general, there are mostly Republicans running unopposed. And by the way, I'd love to know how many of the 96% ran unopposed because that would be an important number that we would need to look at if we're going to be talking about. Yeah, I was lying because I'm not a fucking.
Oh, you're lying. Okay.
I'm not a fucking moron like you, Zeke. Sorry. Anyways, as I was saying, it was a joke, bud. Sorry, that one flew right the fuck over your head. Anyways, so what we need to do is, number one, we need to look and see who's running unopposed in that 96% if we wanted to get a real accurate number. But let's throw that aside, because realistically, we all know that mostly in those races, Republicans are going to be running unopposed because people really aren't primarying other Republicans. But let's say that even if they are, let's say that they are, the Republican Party in general, they're losing elections against Democrats because of Donald Trump. So if your posit is that you want Republicans to win against other Republicans in primaries, and you're happy with that 96% number, more power to you, bud, because in fact, I agree with you. I am 100% on board with that, because if you get more Trump-backed Republicans, they're losing at a higher rate to Democrats. That's the more important thing, at least to me. But if the more important thing to you is that they're winning primaries, God bless, bud. Proud of you.
Yeah, I really don't understand what it is that you're contesting here. I mean, you should be.
I'm not contesting anything.
You should be happy with that. You're like all upset about it.
No,
Like, I just told you.
I am thrilled that you are this stupid. I honestly, genuinely am, that you think that winning a primary matters. Hey, Zeke, let me ask you a question.
Wait a minute.
No, you wait a minute. Zeke, let me ask you a question. What's more important to you? Winning a primary or winning a general election so that a Democrat doesn't get a seat? What's more important to you?
Well, it's not a matter of what.
I asked you a simple question. What's more important to you, winning a primary or making sure that a Democrat doesn't fill a seat that a Republican could?
You have to win a primary.
I'm so sorry. I'm asking you a simple question. What is more important, having a Republican in a seat or a Democrat in a seat?
For me, a Republican.
Cool. Then what you've just said completely contradicts everything else that you said.
How exactly does it contradict it? In order for you to have a place, in an election, you do have to win a primary. What is this theory that you're saying that winning a primary is not important?
But what he said, I'm sorry, but Zeke,
are you saying that winning a primary is not important? Really? Okay.
What he's saying, Zeke, is that in the primary, they're going against each other. So it's Republican versus Republican. Some of them are going uncontested. So, of course, they win. But when it comes to the actual election, when people have to choose between a Democrat and a Republican, the Democrats are winning more.
Yeah, but I am not making the argument. That's not my argument. My argument is based that the ones that are winning the primaries are the ones being endorsed by Trump, because I am a MAGA and I follow MAGA. I just don't want any Republicans to win. I want MAGA Republicans to win. Do you get it now?
But so far in this current primary cycle, more Trump-backed candidates for governors, so gubernatorial, and also for like Congress, have lost than in 2020, not 2020, in 2022 and 2024 combined. All combined, they lost.
And what is that number?
So it was, what was it? I just had it here. I'll get it for you.
Also, Erika, I just looked up the number of Republicans running unopposed in the 2026 election cycle. Do you want to know what the percentage is?
What's the percentage?
97.7%.
So,
well, no one's talking about opposition here, right? I thought you would be smart enough to know that. I'm talking about Trump endorsed candidates
in primaries.
In primaries, yes.
Primaries.
That means that more Republicans are running unopposed than Trump has actually fucking endorsed.
Jesus, what is it that you're confused about, Matt? My support for the president comes because I want the MAGA endorsed candidates to win. Do you get that? Not the opposition towards Democrats and Republicans. No, that's not it.
So far, 10 of his congressional endorsements have lost and that's getting equal up to how many have lost in actually the 2018, the 2022, the 2022
How many
midterms, and
have
the
won?
2018. I don't know how many. You tell us.
Oh, okay. Why would you only
How
look
many
up how
have
many have
won?
lost?
How
Well, I
many
will
have
say
won?
I don't know how many have won, but I will say that the number is probably higher than that, much higher, probably.
It's not though, but it's not.
How do you know? You just said you don't know.
I'm gonna prove it to you because they lose in
Well, I'm
elections.
not
That's
saying that you're
unfortunate.
lying. I'm asking how do you know?
I know, but I really want to know why you want MAGA because I feel like we've been going in this circle for a minute now, Zeke.
Well, because I
And
am MAGA.
I just want to push it forward. Okay,
Yes, I support
you are
MAGA.
MAGA. You support MAGA, but
Yes, I
why?
do.
Why is
Oh,
the question? Why?
I don't think
Like,
you
what are the
care.
policies?
I don't think it matters. You're still gonna
What
find me
are
to be
the?
reprehensible.
You make a lot of assumptions. All right.
I
Good
do.
God.
Just, I mean,
Can
you
you
are
just go on and
the
tell us the
queen
why,
of
please?
assumptions.
Can you just go on and tell us the why, please?
Okay, so let me give you one why I support MAGA. I am 100% totally against illegal immigration. I know that what like really triggers Oscar, but yeah, that's one of the main reasons. I want every single
Do you have
person
a hard
who's
on for Oscar?
present, every single person
This
whose
guy
presence.
doesn't like that I put my money where my mouth is and step
Yeah,
out on
whatever,
the
dude.
streets and deal with fascism in an everyday sense.
Okay.
He thinks I'm a coward for that. I think he's a coward for never turning on his camera. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, dude, that's why you spend 5 minutes spurging and crying and then just.
Hey, here's what we're not going to do.
Chill out, Zeke.
Yeah, number one, you're not going to use that term here. If you say it one more time, I'm going to drop you. So don't use that term ever again. That's your last warning. One time, one warning. Period. The end, Zeke. Got it?
Okay, just to make sure. So.
No. I said, do you understand? Yes or no? I want a yes or a no when you come off mute. Do you understand what I just said? Don't use that term.
I said yes, but I want to know.
Good. You want to know what?
What did I say that you don't like? That you said is not you want me to use here, just so I will know.
The word that starts with S and ends in ing. It is a slur for a term that we no longer use. Don't use it. Don't use it again. Anyways.
No problem. But anyways, like I was saying, I want every single person who's unlawfully present in the United States to be sent back.
Keep falling back on that instead of responding to what was just said to you.
That's the question that was asked, and that's what I'm responding to.
No. The question was asked is why you have a hard-on for me. And I said that the reason that you have a hard-on for me is because I actually go out in the streets and put my money where my mouth is and face up the fascism. In fact, that's how I got my start on social media. That's what I did before I was a Debate Live host. I became a Debate Live host because I had some popularity on social media from facing up to fascists out in the street, in the place where I live. And I said that you have a problem with that, and I have a problem with the fact that you are a coward and won't show your face. I've asked you, I think more than once, to show your face on my show, and this isn't my life, so I'm not asking you to do that right now. I don't consider myself in a position to have the authority to, but I'm just pointing it out, and I'm also just pointing out that I should thank you for the attention that crash out that I had from you not turning on your camera. It did quite a lot for my Instagram. So if you want to, it's still pinned. If you want to go read some comments about yourself, that'll make you feel perhaps more accurately about your place in the world. But that was the thing that you were responding to.
Okay, but you don't want me to respond? I can respond.
So now, Zeke, what I'd really like for you to do is, you're just basically saying that you want every undocumented person to be gone from America. Is that correct?
The ones that presence are unlawful in the country, yes.
Okay, got it. So why do you want our entire economy and food supply to collapse?
I don't think it's going to collapse. I think that's predictions that you guys and other people are making.
Okay,
but
cool. Just a quick question for you. What's the percentage of farm workers in the United States of America that are undocumented?
I have no idea. Tell us.
40%. What's the percentage of dairy and meat workers in the United States of America that are undocumented?
When you say undocumented, are you saying that these people have TPS protection and they have work permits and things like this, or you're talking about someone whose presence is unlawful? Which one is it?
Could be any of the above.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the ones that are TPS. Obviously, those people are not subjected to deportation.
Actually,
I'm not
really?
talking about those.
Oh, wait a second. people who have TPS aren't subject to deportation? Are you sure about
They're
that?
not. No, they're protected from deportation. Correct.
Are you sure
about
about
to
that?
bring
Unless
up
he was wait a minute.
Matt,
Unless he was
hold on,
assigned
hold on.
recently.
What's that?
I think I might know this one. Are you about to mention the fact that Donald Trump removed the temporary protected status of hundreds of Somali immigrants in Minnesota for no fucking reason at all, even though they were following the rules?
Well,
Well,
Oscar,
here's the reason. I'll tell you the reason.
Actually, Oscar, not just that, but
There were much more.
allow me to what can you read that, Zeke? Please read the headline for me.
It's not.
Can you read the headline for me? Oh, it's not showing. It's not showing on your screen. Oh, that's
It's
weird.
not showing entirely. It says second Trump administration has
ended.
Then it's cut off temporary protected status to most immigrants who had
most immigrants who had it. And by the way, the Supreme Court recently ruled that Donald Trump, because they had challenged his ability to do it, and the Supreme Court actually ruled that in fact he certainly can do it. So everything you just said is completely bullshit. So
What's bullshit?
Actually, the idea that if somebody has TPS, that if they have temporary protected status, that somehow they would be allowed to stay here. Absolutely not. So if we're going by what you said, they're undocumented. They're not allowed to be here because now almost everyone who had TPS status no longer has it. So saying, oh, well, what if they have TPS? Wrong. Now they don't. So now that we've established that, great. So now that we've established that, why would you say it? It doesn't make any sense. So now that we've done that, I can point out to you that undocumented people in this country literally make up 40% of our farm workforce, make up 35% of our dairy and meat workforce. I mean, we can not even touch any other industries. Like, don't even touch any other industries. That alone right there would collapse our food supply and collapse our economy. Period. The end. And I'm not even going to touch any of the other industries that are heavily staffed by undocumented people. We can just stay right there. That alone would do it. And if you don't believe me, every single economist that you would ever find, if you wanted to, do any research, I know that's a tough thing for you probably to do because it would involve reading. But if you wanted to read, you would actually find out really fucking quickly that all of those people, if they were somehow gone like you want them to be, we would be in such a crisis that we would never recover.
Okay, so two things. Obviously, if these people don't no longer have TPS, then yes, that means that their presence is unlawful. They ought to be deported because the law says that, number one. But I am not talking about those that actually have it, obviously. I'm talking about those whose presence in the United States is unlawful. They need to be removed because that's what the law says.
Why aren't you responding to what I said?
I just did.
No, you didn't. I just said to you that if we lost all of the people that you're talking about right now, then what would happen? Is our food supply would collapse because we would lose the majority of our farm workers and we would lose a huge percentage of our dairy and meat workers. Those industries would collapse and our economy would collapse.
Right. That is the prediction, and that's what these people predict.
So here's what I'd like for you to do. Since you don't agree with that, and you don't agree with the prediction that's literally correct.
It is a prediction.
Okay, well, hold on. So great. So since you think it's a prediction, here's what I'd like for you to. Great. Well, and since you think that it's just a prediction and it's not been like modeled and it hasn't actually been, checked out by economists, what I'd like for you. Hold on, Zeke. I'm going to give you a chance to help us out here. Since you know more than national economists do, what I'd like you to do now, I would like for you to explain how we could lose 40% of our farm workforce in America and not have our food supply collapse.
Well, I think that those jobs will absolutely be replaced by, Americans and people who have actually the right to be in this country. I see no reason why these jobs will not be replaced by Americans. I see none.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Did you know that traditionally when we do lose undocumented people in those jobs, Americans don't fill them?
No, I'm not aware of that.
Yep, Bureau of Labor and Statistics actually tracks those, and those low wage like farm jobs and different things like that, they don't get replaced by Americans.
Well, not just Americans.
By the way,
but people who
by the way,
not just Americans.
and by the
people
way,
who
Zeke,
have the right to be in this country.
And by the way, Zeke, do you know what happened in Florida after they passed a law criminalizing businesses from having undocumented people working there? Do you know what happened in Florida, in the state of Florida? You want to guess?
Tell us.
No, I'm asking. Do you want to guess?
No, I don't know. What happened? Tell us. I'm sure many things happened. But tell us, what specifically happened?
You're sure many things happened? Well, that's weird. Well, they lost about $12 billion in revenue, just like business revenue. That's number one. They lost about bless you, Oscar. They lost about $1.2 billion in tax revenue, and that was just in a single fucking year. They lost all of those jobs, and guess what happened to those jobs? Do you know what happened? Do you know who took those jobs?
Who took those jobs?
Nobody. Nobody took those jobs. And now what's happening in the state of Florida is they have severe shortages in, wait for it, the construction industry, in the farming industry, and in the hospitality industry. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And by the way, do you know what state? And by the way, do you know what state has one of the? And by the way, because I am literally because Zeke, if you would stop talking for a minute and you would listen to what I'm saying, you would understand that that would be a microcosm for what would happen in the rest of the United States. I'm really sorry that you're not intelligent enough to understand that what I just explained to you in Florida is a small version of what would happen across the United States. Florida said, no more undocumented people, and they made it a felony for businesses to employ them. So businesses got scared and were like, no, go, you guys go away. When they sent them away, they couldn't find more people to fill those jobs. And so $12 billion in revenue was lost, $1.2 billion in tax revenue was lost, and they're still facing employment shortages there. Now, Florida on its own can still function because it's part of the United States as a whole. But if we did that all over the country, do you think that we would be able to function?
Well, that depends. And it will depend on this. When you say undocumented immigrants, what do you mean by that?
Why do you keep coming back to this? It seems like you don't understand anything that I'm saying.
I want you to clarify for us.
I mean undocumented people who don't have documents.
Do these people have protection from being deported?
Sir, I just proved to you that they do not under the Trump administration because he's removed their protected
We're talking
status.
about a portion of people that were granted by the Supreme Court. We're not talking general.
We're literally talking.
These 40%.
We're literally talking basically everybody.
About those.
Yes,
got it.
Migrants,
yes, those all should
migrants,
be
TPS, anyone who is undocumented, they are at risk for being deported. Yep, anyone.
Not anyone.
Yep.
Only those in that list. I think the list had like 9 countries in it.
I'm so sorry. I don't think you understand what I've just said. I'll explain it again, and I'll explain it slower for you. Anyone who does not have documentation here, they would be subject to deportation under what you are saying. The Trump administration, who you vehemently agree with, they're the ones who want to do this. So if you agree with the Trump administration and with what Donald Trump is doing, then you, sir, are co-signing on us getting rid of all of those people because the Trump administration has already said that's who they want to get rid of. What part of that do you not understand?
I do understand it. But I think that
then
you
why
don't
do you keep asking me the same question over and over?
I'm not asking you, well, because you haven't answered it yet.
I already answered it 5 times. I've already answered it.
So here's the question again, and maybe someone in your panel can answer it.
I don't need anyone else to answer it. I've already answered it 5 times. I'm sorry that you're too stupid to understand the answer.
Yeah, whatever, dude. So, again, when we're talking about undocumented migrants, as you call them, are you talking about people with TPS status, Or are you just talking about someone who's unlawful in the country? You talk about these corporations
Both.
hiring all of these
I am
people.
talking about both. Both.
Okay,
and guess
both.
what? Okay, now, stop. Before you say another fucking word, look at the screen. Who still has TPS status in this country?
Millions of people. Do you
Wrong.
know that number?
Wrong.
It's about 4 million.
Fucking wrong. Read the fucking headline.
Yeah, that's 9 countries, dude. Calm down.
It says the Trump administration has ended TPS for most immigrants who had it. That means most people no longer have TPS. That means there aren't millions of people who still have TPS. That means most people no longer have it. So why are you asking me about TPS status? They don't have it anymore, you fucking idiot. I have already shown that to you. Stop asking me about something that no longer exists. The Trump administration and the guy that you voted for took it away, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, he took it away from 9.
Anyways, now that we've gotten that established, how the fuck are you going to answer my question that I've asked you a dozen fucking times, you fucking moron?
Man, I have...
Man, you're so fucking stupid you can't answer a simple fucking question. God damn it. How did you get to age 50 and be this fucking dumb?
If you stop muting...
I won't stop muting you until you actually answer the fucking question. Now come off mute and stop being a little bitch and answer my question.
I'm trying, dude.
I'm trying. Answer the fucking question, you little bitch.
You know, Oscar had this...
Oscar, shut up and answer the fucking question, you little bitch.
Okay, so here's the answer. Yes, I don't believe I don't believe that prediction will come through.
I know you've already said that. Now, what I want you to do is tell me why and how we would fix the problem. And Americans filling those jobs won't happen because I've already proven to you that that's not what happens when we do this.
Yes, I think that people have the...
Absolutely, Erika.
Okay, I just wanted to give another example because Matt is right. History shows us that Americans don't fill in those jobs. Back in 2011, Alabama passed a really strict immigration or anti-immigration law, HB 56, I believe it was. And with HB 56, basically it was to push out the migrant workers because of the simple fact that they had a high unemployment rate amongst some Alabama residents. And what ended up happening is that those field jobs, like the farm jobs, they went unworked. So crops didn't get harvested. They lost tens of millions of dollars. And finally, in 2013, the courts actually overturned that law. And what ended up happening is because those jobs continued to go unfilled, the state of Alabama started welcoming in migrant workers because they needed someone to do that work. Americans simply weren't going to do it, even though they had a high unemployment rate, higher than the national average within the state of Alabama. People still weren't taking those works because Americans don't want to go out and work in the fields for low pay. And it really sucks having to equate it this way so that it can make sense to you all. But it's simply the truth. Americans don't want those jobs. So how do we replace them, Zeke?
I think we will replace them with people who have a right to be in this country.
You think that we will. You think that we will, but the history has shown us that we don't. Matt gave you Florida.
I think we will be all right.
Alabama.
And even, but then again, if you look at the whole picture, I don't even think that justifies, this unbelievable lawlessness that we have when it comes to immigration in this country. That you guys, only because...
Stop pivoting, Zeke, and answer the fucking question. No one cares what you think. No one cares what your opinion is. We have fucking data to back up what we're saying. You are literally just pivoting and running away from the fucking point. Why the fuck can't you answer this question? It's almost like you know that we're fucking right and you have no answer.
I did answer the question.
No, you didn't. You said, I think we're going to be okay. Cool. I think that the moon is made of cheese, and I'm going to fly there tomorrow and get some. I hope it's brie. Anyways, I think that you have absolutely zero clue what you're talking about. So instead of giving us I think statements, why don't you give us any sort of actual data or evidence, a study, or an economist that can prove your point that if we got rid of all of those people, that our economy would be okay, that our food supply would be okay. Can you do that?
No, I'm just gonna do what you do.
Okay, great. I figured you couldn't. So I will take the concession.
I'm gonna make a prediction just like
I'll take the concession. Thank you. I'll take the concession.
There's no prediction being made here. We're literally going off of data.
We're literally going off of historical data. We already know what happens. You suck.
There's another example that I don't think y'all touched on. I was brushing up on it, so I may not have heard. But did y'all talk about the Bracero program?
No, please.
So, the Bracero program was essentially guest worker. That Bracero literally translates to worker. I think Zeke can correct me on that if I'm wrong. And it existed basically post World War II, and it ended 1964. So the Bracero program existed because we had a shortage of farmhands during World War II, because basically everyone in the country was drafted at that point. And it was a way of trying to address undocumented migration just for, like working at farms and stuff. It was a way of trying to address that and trying to address like the under the table exploitation, right? So it is ultimately a guest worker program. Now, the Bracero program ended in 1964, and when it did, there were some problems. So it caused some issues. There was a massive spike in undocumented migration immediately after. Also, Eisenhower, who I used to be a fan of until I learned new things about him, he oversaw a mass deportation operation that I can't say the name of, Operation Slur. One notable thing about that is that anybody that they did not deport, and their criteria for deporting people was anybody who looked vaguely Mexican, and that's almost a direct quote. Anybody that didn't get deported got converted into the Bracero program. And so it was just a guest worker thing. Now that ended, and then illegal immigration shot up. What we also found is that farms that were using the Bracero program either availed themselves of under-the-table work, or they just automated. They didn't replace Bracero workers with domestic workers, because the logic was, hey, we'll get rid of this guest worker program, and then these farms will now employ Americans, and the wages will increase. In fact, they planned for that. And that didn't happen. Instead, farms just automated. They didn't backfill. And so that's, a historical example of the same thing.
Wow. So that's 3 examples now, historically, showing you exactly what we said. I think I know Zeke's rebuttal. I think I've got Zeke's rebuttal ready.
You got to say it like him,
married
though.
one.
The married one.
That's what I thought. Don't go. You hear me? And you know what? You're not listening to me because I see you going. I see you going. I'm just telling you, I'm trying to help you to avoid the heartache. Don't go blindly through life. Let me use the power of the tarot to show you the way. Call me now for your free reading.
Call 1-800-355-3765.
Why is it call me now? Oh, because he thinks. Oh, he just knows that. He knows.
It's Miss Cleo.
Call me now.
Call me now. It's Miss Cleo.
Because he just knows that people are going to fill those jobs.
Yeah.
It's one of those core memories.
Yeah, right.
Bruh.
Yeah.
We gave him 3 examples spanning centuries, 2 different centuries, and also spanning different decades. So there's that part. Okay,
Yeah.
Zeke.
Yeah. And? What's your point? Your point is that will happen again? Again, if this guy doesn't just go insane the way he did a couple of minutes ago, and he would just answer my question.
Zeke, I want examples. Shut the fuck up. I want examples. We all want examples. We've now all each provided you individually with an example of the thing that we're saying exactly will happen. Exactly. So now you should provide an example or some sort of evidence that you could use to back up your claim. Can you do that?
Because what makes this time different?
I can.
Okay.
If you would allow me to speak for over, 2 seconds without muting me. You think you can control yourself to do that, Matt?
I don't know, Zeke. Can you stop pivoting? I don't know. Can you stop pivoting? Can you stop pivoting away from it?
The 3 examples that you have given us are nothing more than things that you claim that could happen. You're right about that. It could happen.
No, they're things that have already happened.
They have already happened, but this is a different scenario.
No, they're not.
It's a different scenario,
Matt.
Matt.
It's literally exactly the same. Just
no,
on a
it's
larger
not.
Scale. Yep.
Okay,
It's
what makes this different?
2026.
What makes this different? What makes this different?
What makes it different? Yeah, good question.
Zeke, we can't hear you. Come off of mute.
What makes it different?
What makes this different?
Well, I know you can't hear me. I'm muted 90% of the time. This is insane.
What makes this different, Zeke?
Holy shit.
Thank you, Nemo.
What makes this different? Okay. The TPS status is what makes it different. That makes a difference. So here is why. If I'm allowed to explain, I can say it.
Go for it.
I have absolutely no issues with people whose presence in the United States is lawful. No issues with that at all. I can't because that's what the law says. But I am not talking about that, okay? You keep bringing this shit up, which has nothing to do with my claim, okay? When you make the claim that Trump removed TPS from everyone, that's just absolutely false.
Then why is it that I have it literally right here?
You have some news article that's taking
It's
shit
not
out
a
of
news
context.
article. This is Pew Research.
Yes, but that
And
again,
also
you know
the
that's
Trump.
out of
You
context.
do realize that. Shut the fuck up. You do realize that the Trump administration literally went to the Supreme Court to get TPS removed, right? This was a Supreme Court case, you fucking
From
moron.
specific
This
coun-
isn't some fucking from 13 countries. Do you know how many people that is? Guess how many people it is, Zeke. Guess.
It's a lot.
How
What's
many?
your point?
How many? How many people? Guess.
Over 1 million. What's your
Oh,
point?
wow. Awesome. So anyways.
What's your point?
I will explain to you. You keep bringing up the fact that you don't care if it's people who are here legally or people who have TPS status. I've already explained to you over and over and over and over and over again that the people that we are talking about who work these jobs are not the people that you are trying to talk about. They would almost all be subjected to deportation because
At
they
some
are
point, yes.
because they are migrants. Or because they are here illegally.
No, because they're here temporary.
Yes. Those
It's a
all
temporary
Bud,
status,
hey,
Matt.
Bud. The people working those jobs aren't TPS. Ron, number one, and I'm just going to stop you because before you say the whole thing again, number one, no, the majority of those people working those jobs are not TPS. That's number one. And number two, even if they were, even if I granted you that, which isn't true, but even if I granted you that, the Trump administration is removing their protections. So it wouldn't matter. So move on from the TPS point because none of it matters in this discussion. Holy fucking shit. How many times do we have to explain this to you? You cannot be this fucking stupid.
I don't think you could be that fucking arrogant.
Anyways, Are you going to answer the fucking question and let any of us know and the fucking 1,600 people that are watching this live, that like, can you let them know that you know anything about this? Can you give us a source that would back up your claim that if we got rid of all of these people, the majority of these people who are doing this work, that our economy would be okay and that our food supply would be okay and somehow all of these jobs would get filled, even though historically every single time that we do this, the jobs don't get filled and our economy suffers? How do you know that what you're saying is correct?
Yeah, just the same way that you're saying it. It could happen, yes.
No, what we've done is we've cited actual historical evidence that we show when this happens, the economy suffers. When this happens, the jobs don't get filled. Can you give us any evidence of historical precedent?
It can happen, yes.
Good. Prove it. Show it.
No, I'm saying it can happen.
No, I know. I want you to show it. Show us that it can happen because we've shown you that it can happen.
You showed me that it can happen.
I know, and now I want you to show us that it can happen. We've shown our sources. Now it's your turn.
I'm doing the same. I'm using your...
No, you are not doing the same thing because the same thing would be you giving us historical precedent that would back up your point, you fucking idiot.
Matt, how many times
How many times am I going to ask you? I'm going to ask you until you fucking do it or until you concede that you don't have any fucking sources and you're just making shit up.
So you want to mute me again?
Yup.
So how am I supposed to...
I want you to either say that you have a source for this information or that you concede the point, and then we can move on to something else.
What is it that you want me to concede to?
I want you to concede to this point.
What's the point? What do you want me to concede to? Tell me.
That if we deport the people that we're talking about, that those jobs won't get filled and that our economy will suffer.
It could, yes.
Very good. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to just mute him. Zeke, you can come back up. I didn't mean to drop you. Actually, I did not mean to do that. You can come back up, Zeke. Didn't mean to drop you. That was genuinely my bad. Come back up.
That was fun.
Here. All right. I know. Good times. At least he conceded finally. Here we go. All right.
I pressed the button. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh,
that was
okay.
me by mistake.
Oh, that's okay. That Ms. Wonder is a friendly. Hi, Ms. Wonder.
Okay.
Hello, friend. Hello.
Yeah. So how is my claim any different than yours? It could happen.
Well, we've already conceded, so we're going to move on to another topic.
Okay.
What's another
So let's
topic?
move on.
There we go.
Okay. But hold on, before we stop that topic,
No,
let's talk.
You've already conceded. We're going to move on.
Yeah,
to
sure, I
topic.
conceded. Okay,
Yeah.
But do you guys agree that we should remove people that are not lawfully in this country? No? Your contention is that if we do that, we're going to destroy our economy. That you think that will happen. Is that correct?
The people that
Analysts, economists, all of them say that, yes, we will definitely incur damage. It will destroy our economy. Trillions of dollars will be taken from the U.S. economy. Good grief. Why is that so hard to understand?
Okay, so is that
I'm tired of going in this circle with you. This is a stupid circle. I want off this loop.
Okay, so we should just allow a bunch of people who's not supposed to be in this country to be here.
No, Zeke.
No?
Zeke, stop it. We never said that. Now what you're doing is you're trying to be disingenuous. Number one, there's a huge difference between, guy who, came here from Honduras with his family, who is picking strawberries in California and just trying to make a living and working 14-hour days in the hot sun and doing everything that he can, and his employer pays taxes and he contributes to the economy and all of those different things. There's nothing wrong, quite frankly, with that guy. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about that guy.
There is a lot wrong with that guy.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's not. And I don't give a fuck what you have to say about it. And we're going to move on from this. But you know what? I absolutely don't want people who are committing crimes in our country. And we all agree that. None of us have ever said that we want those people to stay. And guess what? Those people are already being taken care of because they get caught and then they get deported already. It's already been like that. It's always been like that. So move the fuck on to another subject because you've already conceded this one.
Got it. What subject do you want me to move on to?
I don't know. Something that you maybe know more about than the last one because you didn't know a lot about that last one.
Oh, I don't know what is it that I didn't know about. I just don't want people in this country whose presence is unlawful to be here. That's it. But anyways, what about the SAVE Act? I want the SAVE Act to pass.
Great.
I want to make sure that our elections are secured.
Fantastic. Go.
Fantastic.
Here, I'll let you know what I've talked far too much, and I know that you absolutely hate me, and I'm going to take a break for a minute and let my friend Nemo talk to you. How about that?
Take a break. Take a break, Matt. It's hard to deal with me. I know.
I mean, it's always hard to deal with stupid people, but I do it on a regular
it's
basis.
hard to deal with what is true.
Nemo, before you start schooling him on like the whole like how the SAVE Act is a poll tax and all that jazz, Nemo, don't you think that is kind of just a little bit fresh of him? And also maybe a bit hypocritical to keep talking about these people like not coming here the right way, being criminals, so on and so forth, when he knows that he voted for a felon and that these people are actually contributing more to the economy than Donald Trump does. Donald Trump, as a darn going millionaire, all right, as a millionaire, we're talking about before 2026. You know for a fact off of that leaked information, dude only paid $750 in fucking taxes in 2016 and 2017. We know that much. We know that, right? Okay, so what? In 2020, he paid zero. 2020, he paid zero in taxes. That's not okay. And this dude is sitting as a billionaire today. I wonder how much he paid in taxes. All right, this year. Do you wonder how much he paid? I wonder. Do you know that number? Well, we'll likely never know. No, we'll likely never know.
Don't know.
Don't care.
Don't
exactly,
care at all.
because you actually don't care about criminality at all. Your main thing is you just want someone to punch down on.
So was it criminal? Was it criminal for President Trump to pay, according to you, he paid $700?
First of all, I never said that him not paying his fair share in taxes was criminal.
So
I
what's
said
the criminality
he
you're
is
talking
a
about
criminal.
Here? So what's the criminality
He's a convicted criminal, stupid.
We're talking about taxes, right?
He's a convicted criminal. You said 2 points, dummy.
Yeah.
You're not
Alvin Bragg
listening.
felony,
You
the
said
34
2
felonies.
points.
The 34 felonies, right, Erika?
You said that the undocumented immigrants, all right, are criminals. You said that. And then you also said that they don't contribute anything. I said that it's fresh of you to say that, considering you voted for a criminal and you also voted for a person, all right, who did not pay their fair share in taxes. They contribute more to our economy than Trump does because guess what? They're paying their fair share in taxes and they also don't even get to benefit from those programs. They don't get darn going Medicaid. They don't get Medicaid. They don't get food stamps. They don't get unemployment benefits. They don't get Social Security.
Erika,
so there's that part.
Erika, do you have any idea how stupid that sounds?
I wasn't finished speaking. Thank you very much.
You're not finished? Can you finish?
No, nothing will sound as stupid as you ever. Nothing will ever sound as stupid as you do.
Okay,
because
so
you can't track your own fucking arguments, nor can you track a fucking conversation.
Are you
don't understand anything.
What a joke.
Yeah, no, actually they do. And the thing about it
They
is the
do.
way that Donald Trump is so darn going corrupt right now is that we will likely never know how much he has paid or will be paying on his billions of dollars that he has made over the last year and a half. We'll
Yeah,
likely never know.
some illegal
So
alien
there's that
picking
part. Because
strawberries
your
in
silly ass
California
can't even track the point that
contributes
we
more to the
provided you with
economy than President
empirical
Trump.
data.
What a
Shut the
joke.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Anywho, your silly ass can't even track the darn going conversation when Matt, Nemo, and I provided you with empirical data about how mass deportation efforts do not work. How getting rid of migrant workers is not beneficial to the United States economy. We saw it in Florida. We saw it nationally with the plan that Nemo mentioned. And we also saw it in Alabama with the darn going bill that I mentioned. How the state of Alabama had to even invite migrant workers back into their state to work those jobs because they lost tens of millions of dollars. But your dumbass, you can't seem to understand that. I don't know if
do.
you just simply have a tumbleweed for a brain up there, but
I
can you
do.
imagine that happening on a national level, you dumb nut?
Yeah, I do. I think it can happen, but can
Are
also
you
not.
fucking nut job? We already told you that it has happened,
It
stupid.
has
Why do you
happened,
keep talking
yes.
about it can?
Yeah,
You're
it
not
has
smart.
happened. It
Bro, you're not.
has.
You're fucking stupid. Shut up. You're stupid. I just want to let you know that. If no one told you today just how fucking dumb you are, you're dumb. And I don't hate that Matt and Nemo are up here sitting here trying to pretend that you are fucking smart. You, all right, have one testosterone cell for a fucking brain. That's all you have. You're not bright.
I'm
And
not.
you can't
No.
even track your own darn going arguments. And that's
Yeah, I
the
know.
problem here.
Yeah, got you.
Doesn't
Got
make
it.
any sense. The only question that you have been asked here to answer, you simply can't answer it
I
with
have
any
answered it
type of data.
multiple
No, with
times.
any type of data. You cannot answer it based in reality. The only thing that you can say is that it can happen.
It
I
could,
think those
yes.
jobs will be filled.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that's theoretical bullshit when we
Yeah.
literally
So
have
is
already
yours.
proven to you. No, it's not
It
theoretical, you dumb
is.
nut.
It
What is a
is.
trend? What's a trend?
It,
What's a
it, it's
trend?
it,
What is
it
a
is
trend?
a
What's a
trend.
trend? What's a
Doesn't
trend?
guarantee. It's not a
What's a
guarantee. Let's
trend?
put it that
What's a
way.
trend?
A trend is not a
Does the trend
guarantee.
actually help us to determine what can happen in the future,
Yes.
stupid? Okay,
Under some,
exactly.
it's
So
still
based off of
predictable.
previous
It's
experience,
still predictable,
based off of
Erica.
previous experience, the data
Yes.
shows us, all right, that if you get rid of migrant workers, that what we will have in the United States of America is akin to an economic collapse. Literally, that's what it shows us. That's it. Fucking dummy. Tired of stupid people. All right, Nemo, have fun. I just had to get that out.
You done? You done? Come on. You were having fun. I thought you were having fun, Erica. What happened?
To answer your question, Erica, I've had that exact conversation with Zeke before. The dissonance of his tough on crime stance versus illegal immigration. So, like, his support of Trump. I've had that exact conversation.
I'm sorry, Nemo. One sec, Nemo. One sec. I think that you're the only reasonable person in this panel. So let me ask you this: Does history always repeat itself?
Crash out, Nemo.
Does history always repeat itself? No, but history
Great.
rhymes.
So can you put that into Erica's brain somehow?
History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes.
But not always, right?
Well, basically, so you're doing a false equivalence, right?
How is it a false equivalency?
Okay, I'm going to explain. So I've been listening, and, I gave the Bracera program, that's like a historical one, and you were given two more recent examples, right? And those are events, right? Events that then have resulting consequences, right? These are things that are known, okay? And so, when we tell you that we've given you evidence, that's what that is. Now, let's just do an analogy. If I flip a light switch up to the on thing, Is it reasonable to expect that a light bulb that's screwed into the right socket that it's going to turn on?
It's reasonable to expect that, yes.
Okay. Now, what you were saying is that if I flip the light switch, that even though it might turn on,
it may not.
There's also a chance that a radio will start playing.
That's my entire argument.
You're not, well, no, you're not giving like an equitable counter. So if you had, like, if your assertion was, okay, yeah, it could hurt the economy, and you've given examples of how it's hurt the economy spanning multiple decades in like micro and macro sense, right? But it might not.
Exactly.
And the thing is that, okay, it might not, but what are the odds of that? You know, do you have examples of that occurring?
We don't know what the odds. We don't know what the odds
okay, well,
are.
so now
but here's the problem.
That's an
the
appeal.
problem is that the argument that is being presented against mine is being stated as it will happen as a fact, and that's my problem here.
Okay,
my problem is I'm not.
But again,
I'm not,
is it
I'm
reasonable to
granted
assume?
you that it might happen? But again, I'm not going to be
is
fear-mongered.
Or is it that it's reasonable to assume based on...
You can even reasonably assume. You can even do that. But still, the way that it's being presented here is that if it will happen, and that's my problem. So I'm not going to use this tactic to be able to justify illegal immigration. That's my whole argument.
Okay, but again, based on so many different instances of this thing happening, the outcome is generally the same, right? Like there's a negative effect on the economy as a result. Like that is a consistent thing that spans decades, markets, micro and macro econ.
Not disputing that at all.
Okay, so with that in mind, if you have like an example of that not occurring, then that would give your skepticism of our assertion, that would lend credence to that, right? But if you're just like, well, okay, I know that you said that the sun's going to come up tomorrow because it did today, and it did the day before that, and a century ago, and a millennium ago, but it might not, and we're supposed to just give equal weight to your stance. Well, does that make sense?
It does. It depends on how you're stating your argument. See, if you're stating your argument from a place of that it can happen, then yes, you wouldn't even ask that question because my stance is no different than yours. I'm not saying that I have any evidence, or I don't even think there's any evidence to be looked for to show that you had mass deportations and nothing happened. I don't think there's any evidence of that. I don't think that exists. But then again, that is not even my argument. My argument is that we are using something that could happen as if it's going to happen, and therefore we should allow illegal immigration. That's my issue.
Based on
things that could happen, yes.
Well, no, based on what has happened every time it's been done.
Right.
I think we can assume that something similar would happen yet again. I flip the light switch on, the light bulb comes on. That's reasonable to assume.
Previous actions don't promise future events, Matt. You know that.
Oh, okay. Hey,
history does not always repeat itself.
You know what? You're right. Agreed. By the way, Zeke,
you agreed.
You know what? You know what? You're probably right about that. Just real quick question for you though, Zeke. Why don't you want undocumented people in the country?
If you would allow me about a minute, I can explain.
Okay, sure.
All right. So let me tell you an experience that I had.
No, I don't. No. Sorry. We don't do.
Want me to tell you why?
No, I don't want anecdotes.
No.
I don't do. We don't do personal anecdotes. So if it's like, oh, it's somebody took a job or a crime, whatever. I don't. Just say the reason. We don't do personal.
I'll tell
anecdotes.
you the reason. Okay. So a lot of people, especially me as an immigrant myself, I am consistently put in a box in the same category as these people. In other words, someone told me in a live about 2 hours ago, be careful, Stephen Miller is going to come and get you and deport you.
But
Even
you're
though
just giving
I
us
am a naturalized American citizen who's never broken the law. That bothers me.
Oh wait, you're worried that undocumented people are going to come here and break the law?
No, I'm not worried about that. I just told you what I don't like. I don't like to be put in a box.
Right, you don't like to be put on right, with a bunch of people
just because I'm an immigrant.
Right, because you're saying that people come here who are undocumented and they break the law.
Yes.
Awesome. So what you're saying is that the people come here and break the law, the thing that they've done in the past, right? How do you know that people who come here in the future are going to continue? Oh, Nemo, what the fuck? How the fuck did that even happen?
The hell?
All right. Yeah, all right. Just come right back. What the fuck? That's stupid. All right, be right back. How do you know that they're going to do it again in the future?
I don't think you understood the premise.
No, I absolutely do. You said you don't like being associated with criminals, and I'm saying, how do you know that the people who committed any crime in the past, in fact, I would posit that no people who come here are going to ever commit crime ever again.
And that's why I specifically said on multiple occasions, people whose presence is unlawful in this country.
No, I would say
that from the beginning.
No, but see, here's the thing is that they're not even subject to deportation most of the time.
They are.
Actually 8 USC 1325 doesn't even necessarily mean that you're deported. In fact, it can just be a fine.
No, 1325 talks about illegal entry. You're talking about 1158.
I'm talking about 8 USC 1325.
Yeah, it talks about illegal entry.
8 USC 1158 is asylum there, Chief.
Yes.
So what I'm talking about is 8 USC 1325, which does not mean that you should be deported. So cool, you're worried about somebody committing a misdemeanor.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying.
No, what you're saying is that you don't like being associated with criminals. I get it. That's fine. But how do you know that people who come here are going to commit more crime? Because
I'm not even claiming that.
You literally just did.
No,
you literally
that's not
just
my
did.
claim.
Well, that's what you just said. Why are you walking it back?
That's not what
now?
I said.
That's weird.
That's not what I said.
Zeke, how do we know that people who come to America are going to commit more crime?
That's a stupid question. No one can answer that, and that's not my claim.
But I'm asking you the question. How would we know that? So we
don't know that.
Okay, so we can actually positively assume that people coming to America are not going to commit crime.
Yeah, I'm not assuming anything. I don't understand the premise of your question. It has nothing to do with my claim at all.
Well, actually, it does, because that was the claim you made. You said you
No,
don't want to be associated.
The claim that I made is,
okay.
Here in this country at this moment, we have millions of people who have broken our laws to get into this country. Not all of them, but there's a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
so
and those people who have broken our
is,
laws to get into our country aren't subject to deportation.
The ones that their presence is unlawful, they are. Look it up.
No, they're not. No, they're not, actually.
If your presence is unlawful in the United States, you are only subjected to deportation.
You're actually 100% wrong. And in fact, here, I've got 8 USC 1325 right here for you. And let's read it.
That talks about improper entry, dude. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then what do you mean it has nothing to do with what you're saying? That's the crime that's committed when you enter the country improperly. Otherwise, Zeke, time out. Then what crime are you talking about?
I'm talking about the crime of you being in this country.
No. Stop. That's the crime. So I want you, what is the actual fucking crime that you're talking about? I want the actual number. What is it? What's the crime we're talking about?
The crime of being unlawful in the country. That's a crime.
What is it? I have 8 USC 1325. I know that. That's improper entry. What is it? Why don't you know it? Because improper entry shall, for the first commission of any such offense, be fined under Title 18 or imprisoned not more than 6 months or both, and for subsequent commission of any such offense, be fined under Title 18 or imprisoned not more than 2 years or both. That's weird. I don't see anything about deportation there, do you?
So is U.S. Code 1182A 9B. Unlawful presence in civil matter defined under provisions like U.S. Code 1182. This applies to a person stays part authorized visa expirations and other reasons. They're subjected to deportation removal.
Wait, you said 8 U.S.C. what?
8 U.S. Code 1182A 9B.
1180. Okay. Do you mean for inadmissible aliens?
Unlawful presence, civil
no,
matter.
that's inadmissible. That's cases of aliens who are ineligible for visas or admissions.
Yeah, I'm not talking about a specific one.
That's not
I'm
for
saying
people.
anyone.
That's not for people who are here. That's for people who are inadmissible.
Because? What do you mean inadmissible? Read the code.
It says inadmissible aliens, classes of aliens ineligible for visas or admission. It says, and then it says like who's determined to have a communicable disease, who seeks admission as an immigrant, but who has failed to present documentation of having received vaccination, who's determined. This is all about health. So what are you talking about?
Matt, are you doing this willfully? Seriously? Let me ask you more. Let me ask you more clearly.
I have it right here. I'm reading. You said 1182. I'm right here, dude. What the fuck? This is 8 USC 1182. Inadmissible aliens. I've got it right here. This is what you said. I'm reading it to you.
That talks about what? It talks about unlawful presence in the United States.
No, it talks about inadmissible aliens and not being able to come in. Inadmissible. Inadmissible. What does inadmissible mean? What does inadmissible mean?
Did you go to A9B? Can you go to that part of that code? A9B. This applies when a person stays past an authorized visa expiration or it's in the country without admission or parole. It carries civil penalties and grounds for deportation, removal.
Grounds for, but it doesn't say that it absolutely does.
Well, what the hell do you think grounds for is?
Well, it doesn't say that it is absolutely. You don't understand. You don't understand the law. I'm sorry that you don't understand the law.
Okay, Matt. So, it doesn't say absolutely. Great.
Oh yeah. So basically, what you're saying is that you don't understand the law. I get it, Zeke. That's fine.
No, what I am saying, Matt. So let me ask you.
So you don't understand that, anyways. So that doesn't actually prescribe deportation. So I get it. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank you
found
for proving my point.
Okay, so you found what I'm looking for. So let me ask you: if someone is present, they're here in this country, and they have no legal status nor protection, what are they subjected to, Matt?
A fine or a penalty, and
not
possibly
deportation.
They could be.
Okay, so that's what I want.
But it's not a requirement.
It's the law.
No, it's not a.
No?
If somebody is here unlawfully, are they automatically deported, Zeke?
They're subject to it, yes.
Are they? No, I asked you a question. I said, are they automatically deported?
What do you mean automatically deported?
I mean, under the law, if someone is here unlawfully, do they automatically get deported?
No, they're subjected to it.
There you go. Thank you. There you go.
They're subjected to it. What's
so
the
they
point,
could
Matt?
be. So they could be, right?
They're subject to it, not could be.
Hey, bud.
They're subject to it.
Zeke. I understand that. I understand the law is difficult to understand, and sometimes the language can be hard. I'll try to help you out. When you're subject to something, that doesn't mean that the penalty is that thing. You're just subject to it. They could decide to deport you. They also could decide not to deport you. That's why we have immigration judges who make those decisions. But what you're saying just isn't true. Everyone who is here unlawfully does not automatically get deported. See, the thing that you're doing right now is you said earlier, and by the way, this is all on YouTube and everything. We can play it back. You said you don't like the fact that you're associated with criminals. And I said to you after that, I said, oh, you don't like the fact that people come here and commit crimes. And you said, yes, I don't like that. You said those words. Those words came out of your mouth. In fact, we can go back and play it again. But that's what you said. Yeah. So what we're talking about here is we're not talking about people who simply crossed the border and committed a Class E misdemeanor, because that's what unlawfully crossing the border is. You were talking about what you were talking about. It's a misdemeanor, yes. So what you were talking about. So what you were talking. That is the charge. 1 second, bud. So what you were talking about is people who come here and then commit another crime. And I've asked you. That's literally what you said when I said it earlier. So either Zeke, you're just really stupid and you don't understand what sentences are, or you're trying to move the goalposts because you don't like the fact that I've pointed out to you that there's no way to determine whether or not people who are coming here are going to commit crimes by your own standard, because we can't use what people did in the past as some sort of a metric. Now, if you wanted to concede and you wanted to say, yes, I guess that we could use statistics of what people do, and we could say that there is going to be a percentage of people that come here, they will commit crime, then I would agree with you. But I can't, because you're the one who's saying we can't use past metrics to predict future behaviors. So I'm agreeing with you, bud. Hate to break it to you. So, Zeke, can we use past metrics to predict future behaviors, yes or no?
No, but then again, that's not my stance. I answered the question. You don't need to come. My stance is not that if you're in this country and commit a crime,
can I get some guys? I never asked for this. Can I get some fucking pretzel emojis in the chat, please? Can I please get some pretzel emojis in the chat? This is
You're
fucking
also
amazing.
off. He's off base about
entering
that
the country illegally is
1182
sufficient
9B,
for me
by the
for you
way.
to get deported. You don't need to commit another crime. That's your stance, but that's not mine. That's your stance, but not mine.
Okay, so Zeke,
Oh my God.
I think Erika and I have probably happened on the same realization just reading. Yeah, so you said 1182 9B, right?
I gotta look it up again. Yeah, 1182A 9B. Unlawful presence, a civil matter. Yes, that's what I'm reading here. It's from uscis.gov. Are they wrong?
A9B? Okay. All right. Let's see what the hell he's talking about.
So what I'm reading, so this is the section that is 9 is aliens previously removed. So I don't know if we're looking
That's
at the
one
same
part of it, but there's other parts. So you want me to read it to you? I can show you on the screen. If you go to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, it talks about unlawful presence and inadmissibility, both. Because Matt was trying to make a point at that and saying that it was just talking about inadmissibility. Yeah, it talks about that too, but it also talks about the unlawful presence. And the unlawful presence talks about what are you subjected to. Now, does that mean, as he was pointing out, that, does it guarantee that you will be deported? No, it just means that you meet the grounds for deportation. Okay, so because you broke the law, so therefore, I will like to see that happen. Why not?
There's no section. But
your argument is that he shouldn't. So that's just advocating for illegal and unlawful behavior.
When we look it up, though, like, there's no section that says, like, the thing that you said, civil penalty or whatever. There's no section called that A9B. We have 9B up there, and that's, again, the, what you call it, Nemo? Unlawfully present?
aliens unlawfully present, yeah.
Yeah, we have that section and we read it, and it's talking about people who have already come in, like not already come in, but who have already been deported, who are trying to come back into the country, and what sets the ground rules for them to be considered inadmissible. So it's like Matt said, it's about inadmissibility, not whatever it is you're talking about, people being deported.
Yeah. And everything under 1182 9, I guess. Like the title of that entire section is aliens previously removed, and there are like all sorts of different scenarios where that would occur. So yeah.
I don't
Literally
understand.
everything under there is going
I
to
don't
be
understand what it is that you guys are trying to refute. My statement is based on the law that if you are here in this country and you have no legal status, you are subjected to deportation. Is that not true?
We've never. Oh my God, dude!
No, it's the question.
Christ. You cannot be this thick, or unless you're just doing it willfully, Zeke. I think you might. I'm convinced now that you're just doing it willfully because you're so fucking twisted around.
So can you answer my question?
What's your question again? Because
I'm going to ask it again.
I think you're confused by your own question.
Okay, so here's my question again. If your presence in the United States is unlawful, are you subjected to deportation or not?
It's possible that you might be. It's possible.
So do you meet the grounds for deportation at that point?
You may or you may not.
Okay, so that's it. So let's go with the may.
Well, wait a second. Why are we? Hold on. Whoa. Why are we going with the may? Because I'm reading the law here, and there's a ton of exceptions, and there's a ton of reasons why you wouldn't be deported.
Right. So we have two stanzas here, right?
So wait a second. So anyways,
dude, can I just get one sentence out?
No, because no one cares.
Okay, so if you don't care, then why am I on this panel?
Well, because you don't seem to be able to answer any of the questions that we're
talking about. I answered all your questions, all of them.
Really?
Yeah, really. Your side wants the may not. My side wants the may.
No, that's not. See, that's not true. And now what you're doing is
true.
No. What you're doing is you're trying to do a logical fallacy. You're just trying to say that we just want every single. And we've already said that's not true. We absolutely would like people to be deported. People who commit crimes, violent crimes, and do all these different things. We want those people to be deported. What we don't want to have happen is we don't want the people that are here doing work and people who are supporting our economy and people who are making our lives better. We don't want those people deported because that hurts all of us. They contribute $100 billion a year to our economy. The Cato Institute says that in the last 30 years, they've contributed $14.5 trillion to our economy, to our GDP. We want those people here. If you don't, then I suggest that you move somewhere else because that's fucking stupid. I want our economy. I'm a capitalist. I want our economy to do well. Are you not a capitalist? Are you a communist? Are you a commie?
No.
Then why don't you want our GDP to grow? What the fuck is wrong with you? Do you not like it when the GDP goes up?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then why don't you want the GDP to grow up, Zeke? Are you a commie?
Yeah,
you fucking commie?
I'm not going to justify it by a bunch of illegals being in this country.
Oh, got it. So you're only a capitalist to a point. Got it. So you're a commie. Yeah. So you're a commie.
No.
Yeah, you are. Because you have a limit to your capitalism. Capitalism has no limits, Chief.
Okay, dude.
No, capitalism literally has no limits. So you're not a capitalist.
Sure.
God damn, dude. This is so fucking easy.
So wait a minute. So under capitalism, it's okay to justify criminal behavior in order for you to make. So we should just allow, drug dealers to go ahead and do their things. Sure. It's capitalism, isn't it? Do we have standards under capitalism?
We already do. That's why we've legalized it in a bunch of states. Very good. I'm glad you figured that out. Attaboy.
Wow,
also, there's
you are losing this so
there's
bad.
something
It's
called
just ridiculous.
Something called the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah.
Perhaps you've heard of Purdue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn, dude, you're really fucking stupid.
Under capitalism,
have you heard of Purdue? Have you heard of Appalachia? Have you heard of hillbilly heroin?
Capitalism. Got it. Your side wants, and this I think is the most important thing. Why? I mean, a lot of you guys, I understand.
I don't know why you keep saying you guys this and you guys that. No one's asking you any questions about our positions. Why aren't you defending your own positions? The only thing that you're doing is you're basically just strawmanning us. That's the only thing that you can do because you have zero positions of your own and zero defensible positions. Stop saying you guys want this, you guys want that, you guys want this, because you're trying to get us to defend things that we don't even believe in. You can't even defend your own positions or stand up for the things that you believe in. You are literally a little fucking cuck who can't stand on his own 2 feet. You have to sit here and go, you guys believe in this, you guys believe in that. Stand up and say what you believe in, Zeke.
I think I've made my stance pretty clear.
You really
man,
haven't.
you?
You've literally just sat
You
here
haven't?
and lobbed allegations
All right,
at
so
us.
I'll tell you what my stance is. Every single person that enters this country illegally and has no lawful presence in America, get them out. All of them.
Great.
That's my stance.
Fantastic. And also
I've said
your
that
stance
before.
and great. And also then your stance along with that is you want the US economy to collapse because you already said earlier that you conceded the point. So, thank you. I appreciate that. Now that you
It may or it may not.
No, it will.
I will. Okay.
You already conceded the point, remember?
I did not.
Yeah, you did. No, I have it. I have it on recording. You conceded
Yeah,
the
it
point.
may. It may.
Yeah, no, you conceded the point that it will.
Okay.
Yep. So anyway, Zeke, now that we've gotten that out of you, we get it. You want all of them gone. We get it. Oh, Zeke, you're a ladder puller. You want them all
Also,
gone.
I do have a
You
stance.
did it.
You said
You
that
did. Yeah, you did. Good boy. You did a good job. We get it. So you want them all gone, and you want the U.S. economy to collapse because you're a fucking commie. You're not
No,
a
I don't want
capitalist.
that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you've already said it. Yeah.
Okay, sure. All right, man. What else?
Yeah,
Now that you know my
I'd
stance.
move on too.
No, that's my stance. You said I didn't have a leg to stand on. You said I didn't have a stance. I think I made my stance pretty clear in the first 5 minutes of me being on this live.
You brought up the SAVE Act earlier.
Okay, the SAVE Act, yes. I want to make sure that our elections are secure.
They are.
Okay. So we agree on that. We should have laws to make sure that people that register to vote
We
show
already
proper
do.
documents.
We already do.
Okay, so you shouldn't have a problem with it, right?
Why would we pass another law?
Why not?
Because you're introducing more moving parts into something.
Okay,
and
so good question. Why? Because in some states, it absolutely does not require by law for you to present ID at the voting booth. It doesn't. I've done it myself. Well, I haven't actually done it. I've seen people do it. I lived in Jersey. I lived in New York for about 35 years. The amount of people that vote illegally in those states are just unbelievable. Now, you may say, well, what's your evidence of that? Okay, well, you can look at the case in New Jersey the other day. They found about 6,600 or something, which is a very low number. I know it's much higher than that, but that's just one of the exceptions. But yeah. So I want to make sure that we pass a law nationwide that everyone that registered to vote needs to prove that they are eligible to vote by being American citizens. I don't see what's wrong with that. Other than people making the claim that, that it's going to suppress people or whatever. Sure. Okay.
I mean, it will, right? So you're introducing moving parts and basically you're adding hoops to something, and that is inevitably going to exclude, right? And it's going to exclude people who
No, I don't think it's going to
hold on.
exclude anyone. I think it's going to put a criteria what people need to meet in order to participate in the things that they have the right to do. So the argument is that this thing is going to somehow oppress people from voting. It's not. That's not the intention of this act.
It doesn't matter what
the
intent
intention of this
is. No.
is to
Hold on.
prove.
It doesn't matter what
promise
the
to be
intent
quiet
of
after
the law.
this.
It doesn't matter at all what the intent is.
Nemo, I promise
The
to be quiet after
result.
this. Ivan sent me $1 and said, Zeke, shut the fuck up. He's from New York and he can't stand that you are an immigrant hating on other immigrants. That's what Ivan said. Thank you, Ivan. I appreciate you, friend.
WIP.
Did you see my point, Matt?
Wait, what?
Did you see that?
Why are you talking to me?
I'm supposed to be because I'm an immigrant, right? And I speak about our nation's laws in trying to support it and defend it.
Yeah.
then people are wondering, well, how can you do this? You're an immigrant yourself. I'm an immigrant.
Yeah, I come
but
from
that
a
doesn't
family.
mean that I'm going to support illegal behavior.
Yeah, I come from a family of immigrants too. And,
Okay,
and
great.
I support
So, you should be-
I support our constitution, which is why I didn't vote for a fucking felon and a rapist.
Okay, great. So you are with me when you want to make sure that the people that enter this country do it so legally, like I did, and like you probably did.
Bud, I have no problem with
Okay,
enforcing.
so-
Hold on, time out. I have no problem with enforcing our laws, but I also understand the realities of the way that the United States works in our system, and I'm not a fucking moron who stuck his head in the sand. Stop going back to the immigration thing. Focus on the SAVE Act, because Nemo was trying to explain something to you.
Okay, go to the SAVE Act. What about it? What's the problem?
Yeah, you're introducing more hoops into the process, right?
Yeah.
That will inevitably exclude people.
Who? Who will it exclude?
People who either don't have the time or the access to the necessary paperwork to fulfill whatever requirement.
It's a lot of requirements. What is exactly these people that don't have the time? Make time.
Okay, so
that's not an excuse.
I mean, you're adding an unnecessary.
I wouldn't say it's unnecessary.
Why is it well? Okay, why would you say that?
Because we have seen evidence of people, multiple places, states, that yes, we have an enormous amount of people who are not eligible to vote that have been able to vote.
Enormous?
A significant. Well, we don't know the exact number because a lot of states do not allow for public, audits of these things, so it's hard to tell. But yes,
I mean,
yeah, states do not have they can reject the federal government from auditing their voter rolls. You know that.
I mean, I guess. I mean, it depends on the state.
So we really don't know.
Okay, that's an appeal to ignorance. That's not
okay. So the little that we know, it's significant.
Well, no, that's the leap, right? Is that
That's not true.
Like, one is, does it occur? Yes. Okay. You then assigned the word significant. That is the jump. It's not.
Well, that's subjective. It's significant for me.
Nemo, it's not true in regards to the voter rolls.
So
the
what
reason
is it
why the
significant
states
to you,
declined
Erika?
the voter rolls information, the reason why the states declined the voter rolls information is because the Trump administration was asking for information that they don't typically give out. They were asking for information like social security numbers. Some states don't even give out phone numbers, but they wanted that information. Like, they were asking for actual identifiable information of people is what they wanted. And not all states give out that info. Like, you literally legit can pay for voter roll information. You can contact the Secretary of State, I believe it is, and you can request that info and you can pay for it and they will give it to you. All right. But there's only certain information that they will provide because your voter rolls is pretty much public info. But if you want a data set, like thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands of people information, you're going to have to pay for that.
You jogged my memory.
I
remember having this conversation with Hector. I remember this. Okay.
And that's why I remember it, Nemo. Yeah. So this dude just lied.
What's the lie? Wait a minute. What's the lie?
No. Hold on. We're going to show you. Matt, I sent you a link. So, gotcha. Okay. So, Hector and we were talking about this a few weeks back, and there was a dude. Erika, I think you were on the panel too, right? Or were you just watching?
Yep, I was there.
Yeah. He literally made a bet with me. And he changed the bet like 3 times before he finally confirmed the bet, and then he still lost the bet. But basically it was that, oh yeah, no, I can't just obtain information of people on voter rolls. I can't just do that. And then he changed it to, well, I can do that, but I can't get this information. And then it was this information from this state. He kept tweaking it, but whatever. And he still fucked it up in the end. So Ballotpedia Great resource, by the way. They have a nice little interactive map. So this map, color coded, and the simplest way to look at this, all the yellow states have was this open availability for voter files, and then the next biggest one I think is the
usage restricted is blue.
Yeah, and then requester restricted and usage restricted is the teal green looking one. And then it looks like there's 2 instances of requester restricted.
Yeah, Massachusetts.
So
South Carolina. Weird.
If you scroll down, this is state by state, and it'll tell you exactly what information is included whenever you request this. Now, some states they'll do it for free. They'll turn it over to you for free. You just got to request it. Other states, you got to pay for it. And sometimes it's really fucking expensive. And they will turn over the entire data set for whatever it is that you want. And obviously, if you want everything in the state, that's going to be pretty fucking expensive. You can break it down to like district level and stuff like that. And every state is a little bit different on the information that they will turn over. But not only does this show exactly what each state will give you, every one of those states, notice how it's blue? It's a link. If you click, let's just do Alabama, for example. If you click Alabama.
Okay. Alabama.
Oh, wait. Maybe not Alabama. Hold on.
Well, it's a request form. Is that what you want, or are you looking for the
Yes, the
website
request form.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, there you go. Here it is.
So this will literally take you to the request form, and because Alabama is one of the worst states in the South, they still use fucking print it out and submit, right? in the civilized state of Georgia, we have a website. When you go to said website, you get all these different options here. You want your county district, municipal precinct voter list, U.S. congressional district voter list, and then the big one is at the bottom, statewide voter list.
Nemo,
that one is.
Why are all of the red states the most expensive states? Like,
I don't know.
legitimately, like all of I'm just like this. Not that this is really germane at all to the. I'm just oddly pointing this out. Alabama is $1,000. Fucking Indiana, $5,000. Iowa is nearly $2,000. Kentucky, $4,000. Louisiana is $5,000. Now, granted, Maine is $2,200. I will give them that. But Mississippi, $1,100. Montana, $5,000.
I wonder if it's because they got to make up revenue somewhere.
Yeah, I guess.
Because like they probably don't have state taxes. A lot of them don't.
It must be. But or either that or they're trying to stop people from getting their voter rolls for some reason.
Also true.
Because basically every single blue state is $1,000 or less or nothing. North Dakota, $2,100. South Carolina, $2,500. Like, goddamn. I will say Wisconsin is fucking insane. Wisconsin is $12,000 to get Wisconsin. But Wisconsin, by the way, even though it's kind of purpley, they have a Republican run state legislature. So just FYI, they are.
So Nemo, I don't know exactly where you were going with that, but here's what I will say. As of mid-2026, 31
He was
states.
going with the fact that you lied. You
What
said
did I
that they
lie
didn't
about?
want to.
Jesus, can I finish
you
my
were
sentence?
literally saying that they didn't want to turn over the voter
They,
rolls.
that's what I'm reading. As of
But
mid-2026,
you lied about the
31
reason why.
states,
We would have to go back to
31
listen to it.
states, and the District of
That's where
Columbia
he was
have
going with it.
outright refused to give any voter.
Shut up.
I'm a retired lieutenant colonel in the United States.
The hell?
Oh, it's one of those. Sometimes every once in a while, click on something and an ad pops up. But it happens every once in a while. What are you gonna do? Oh. Anyways,
so I had like this thought that I was still. I mean, like I'm sleep deprived right now, so I'm not able to fully flesh it out. But I had this thought. Oh,
hold on. I'm coming back. Hold on. Give me a second.
Go ahead, Nemo. He's coming back. It's a TikTok studio glitch that keeps happening.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay. So I had this thought cross my mind about this topic, and I was still trying to work out the way to frame it. But basically, which one is more important to you? Ensuring that 100 people who have the right to vote can vote, or that one person who can't doesn't? Which one is more important to you?
Everyone who has the right to vote to vote. That would be my first one. Everyone who has the right to vote should be able to go and vote. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not going to be requirements that they need to meet to be able to prove who they are so they can vote, to exercise their right to vote. Again, there's a difference between having your right to vote and to be determined to who you are. That's what the SAVE Act does. The SAVE Act doesn't say or put any blocks on you to vote specifically. It just says we need to make sure that you are who you are in order for you to go and exercise your right to vote.
Yeah, the way that they make sure those are the blocks, right?
Well, okay. And is that a problem? Do you think that we need to make sure that the person that's going to vote, let's say the 100 people that you put as an example, do you think that we should take all available information to make sure that these people are who they are, considering that we have an illegal immigration problem in America? Why would anyone be against that? In fact, the majority of Americans support this.
Well, I mean, whenever people say like the majority of Americans support this, the majority of Americans support the concept of voter ID, right? The devil is in the details with that. If you just ask someone, "Hey, what do you think about voter ID? Do you think somebody should have to show some kind of photo ID before they vote?" Most Americans will probably say yes, but that isn't what's being discussed, right?
So you're saying that the majority of Americans will not be in favor of being able to prove that you are who you are in order for you to vote? They think they will be against that? I mean, why? I don't get it.
The devil's
why?
in the details because photo ID, whenever people hear photo ID, what do they think? Driver's license, right? So if you were to say to someone, "Hey, do you think that you should have to show some kind of photo ID before you get to vote?" Most people are going to say, yeah, that's reasonable. Okay. But a driver's license is not sufficient.
An EDL is. It's
no.
What is it?
No, you're talking about a real ID? No.
No. Hold on. There's a list of identification that you can use.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
So you're talking about an EDL, so an enhanced driver's license. That's also a real ID. So Georgia, my state, all driver's licenses issued after, I don't know, the last however many years, they're real IDs. So it's got like a little gold star on it and shit. But nowhere on there does it say that I'm a U.S. citizen. All that confirms is that I am allowed to be here, that I'm legal.
Right. So
that's the same thing.
So that's why the other step is necessary. The fact that you
see, that's the thing. Now you're introducing another step, and now the thing
that's
of
why the SAVE Act does both.
Okay, but again, That isn't the same thing as saying the majority of Americans support the SAVE Act. They clearly don't, because we just went through this. When you ask someone, do you think you should show photo ID before voting? Most people are thinking a driver's license. I don't think that is an insane thing to assume, right? Most people, when they think ID, they think their driver's license. Now, if the law was you must show your driver's license, that would be one thing. But the SAVE Act doesn't say that. The SAVE Act has requirements that are more than just a driver's license. A driver's license is actually insufficient. And so it tacks on more. So you can't say that, oh, well, the majority of Americans support what the SAVE Act wants to do. No, they don't. The majority of Americans support the idea of, hey, here's a photo ID. Here you go. The majority of Americans do not support, hey, here's a photo ID. Also, here's my birth certificate and triplicate. Also, here's my driver's license. Also, here's my power bill. Like, that's a whole
but it's not
other
that.
thing.
You don't have to do all of that. It could be either or.
I know I'm exaggerating, but not by much.
Well, I will prefer to stay on the precise. You don't have to.
Well,
But
you don't
Nemo
have to
also
provide all of
mail-in
these
voting.
documents. One of them is sufficient. I don't see why that's a problem.
What were you saying, Erika?
I was going to tell you also mail-in voting, how people prove their identity to do mail-in voting.
Yeah, that varies
Yeah,
by
mail-in voting
state.
should be
I know
restricted only to specific situations, not
why.
Open like we had in the.
Why?
Why?
Yeah. Why?
We don't want to go there, dude. I don't want you to get flagged in this live TikToks. As soon as you start talking about elections and things like that, you get flagged immediately.
Wait.
Let's just not go there.
In concept, do you have a problem with it?
With mail-in voting? Yeah,
Yes.
I do. Absolutely do.
Why?
Yes. Oh, dude. Again, I don't want to talk.
You don't have to talk about a previous contest, right?
Well, let's
What
just
is
say
it?
that there is a lot of room for, illegal things to happen. Fraud and
Really?
things like this. Yes, absolutely.
No.
You're sending a ballot through the mail. How do you, like Erika just mentioned it, how the hell do you even verify this? In some states, they don't even do that. So
they don't even do what?
I've read things like this. Again, I'm not saying that's what I've read.
You're literally, you're, oh God, I'm sleepy. You are signing pretty much a legal document when you sign your signature on your mail-in ballot. You're pretty much signing like an affidavit saying that you are who you say that you are, and that also you are the person who filled out the ballot. That's
But
what
no
you're
one checks.
signing. All right. And they check it against your signature when they receive it. Just like they do your regular ballot when you go in person, they check it against your signature. That's what they do.
That's what they claim that they do, yes, but we
No,
don't
that's
know that,
literally
do
what
we?
they do, though. It is what they
31
do.
states are not allowed, won't even let us see that.
Okay, hang on one second. We're gonna take a break. I brought you some help, Zeke, because God damn it, you need it. But lawful expat, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you? What state are you in?
I'm 28 and I vote in the state of Texas.
Okay. I'm gonna need you guys to chill for 2 minutes because we've had a guest up now for about an hour, and we've got some thank yous to read. So I need you guys to just hang out on mute for a minute. So real quick, over on the tube, thank you to DeBlues for the super chat. He said Donald spent $40 million and barely eked out a 48% Florida win. Soul of a beer can. With the $5 super chat said, Colliner is the type of guy that asks his GC for all of his subcontractors' green cards before they build his roof. God damn it. NR Milford, thank you for the super chat. You said, oh Matt, I didn't know you were a Brie man. I'm quite fond of Gruyere myself. NR Milford, I'm a huge fan of Brie, but Gruyere makes a great, there's a good breakfast thing I'll tell you about later. I am a fan of Gruyere also. Pacific Wave said, oh my God, deep dive, summoning Ms. Cleo to the TikToks. I mean, we had to go with Ms. Cleo. Thank you to Lord Tomoyashi, who said, if you study history, science, and the economy, you realize that all aspects are pretty cyclical with slight variations and mutations. I mean, Yeah, most people who actually study these things know that. Thank you. Pacific Waves said, ask caller if migrants earned it if they wash up on the Florida coast on a barrel raft. Yeah. Pacific Waves also said, does caller support the wet foot, dry foot policy? That's a good one. Wesley Pillow said, Zeke is the most singularly hateful person I've seen in a while. He just hates undocumented migrants. What a chud. Much love, just not to Zeke. Thank you, Wesley. Appreciate that. And then over on the apps here, thank you to my friend Charles with the 5 on the blue app. He said, my cat died yesterday. Charles, I'm so sorry. Said, I've had a really tough time. Thank you, Matt, Nemo, and Erika, for making me laugh. It means more than you know. Charles, we're so sorry, friend. Sending all of our love to you, bud. And man, that's rough. Seriously, hit some hearts in the chat for Charles. We love you, bud. Christian said, subject to a penalty means a person or act faces the legal possibility of a penalty, not that it is guaranteed. It means the law allows for the punishment if a court or agency finds there was a violation and if judges or officials still decide to apply it. Thank you, Christian. That feels like that's what we were saying. Weird. Then thank you on the Green app to our friend Zachy. Thank you, Zachy, who said, didn't Trump say he wanted to protect the workers? Yeah, didn't he? Isn't that weird? And then Jumar said, every time I climb a ladder to the top, I throw it down so no one else can climb. Nice. Jay said, Zeke sounds like a guy who farts in the bathtub and eats the bubbles. Okay, well, you know. And then over on the Pay of the Palace says, from Mike, said, you're doing God's work, my dude. Keep kicking ass, take names. Thank you, Mike. Natalie says, Zeke, shut the fuck up. As a child of Haitian immigrants, I know how many Haitians have sacrificed, suffered to be here, hoping for a better life, and your vote supported criminalizing many hardworking, innocent people being deported back into danger. Hope you burn all the way in hell, motherfucker. And then Natalie also sent another one saying, also, I hope Zeke's mother whips her chancla to aim him straight to the hottest part of hell. Natalie, I'm a huge fan of our friends in Haiti. I spent some time working there, and much love and respect. Nemo, and then Erika, I know you guys maybe probably have some because we were up for an hour. At least I hope so.
I got a couple.
All right.
Ivan, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. He said, Nemo, how much can we all bet Zeke didn't read the Save Act past the title and a Truth Social post? That is a distinct possibility. Jumar, thank you for the 2. He said this caller hates himself. And Chris, thank you for the 3. You said, Zeke, for the sake of the country, will MAGA drink the Kool-Aid before or after the one big beautiful obituary? Oh, that sweet day.
Can you read the list of like the good ones?
And
I'm sure it's extensive.
That's your
Like
turn, Zeke.
I'm sure you guys have a huge list of people saying wonderful
Jesus
things about me.
Christ.
Yeah.
Don't you have any of those?
Erika, do you have
No.
anything to read?
Yeah, thank you, Jumar, for the 2. Jumar said, fuck these idiots. Fair.
Word.
Fair. And Kristen just sent 10 and said, always enjoy listening to you educate others. Well, thank you very much, Kristen. I appreciate you, friend. Drop hearts in the chat.
Yeah.
No positive comments?
We
None?
appreciate all of you guys very much for being here, and we appreciate very much your support. It always means a lot to all of us. If you do want to offer support, I know we don't mention it too often, but we do have links in our bios. There's also links down in the description of the YouTube. You can find it. Our friend Erika also has them as well. We appreciate that while she is here, that you guys treat our guests very nicely. Also, make sure that if you can do the same thing for Nemo in his box, he had to come back up on his other account, and it also helps us cycle back through the FYP. All right. Sorry for the small break, but we did want to make sure that we properly thanked everyone who was kind to us. So back to it. Like I said, Zeke, here we've got somebody who maybe could help you out, because it seems like you don't know a whole lot about spend that exactly. So it seems like you don't know a whole lot really about the Save Act. So maybe you need some help here.
What about it?
Well, I mean, Zeke doesn't seem to really understand how it works or what you can even use to vote with.
I mean, don't you just need proof of citizenship? Makes sense.
So can you vote with an enhanced driver's license?
No, you need a birth certificate with your driver's license.
Oh, okay. Got it. You need a birth certificate along with your driver's license. So what if you don't have your birth certificate?
You can order it from depending on your state. Usually, for example, in New Jersey, it's the Department of Treasury.
So you have to pay for it.
Well, if you lost your copy, yeah.
So there's a cost to go and vote?
Well, I mean, you drive to the voting poll. You're paying a gas tax.
No, you don't have to drive.
You can walk.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you have to pay for food to have the energy to walk, and there's sales tax on your food. The clothes, you can't go vote naked. You have to wear clothes, and that's taxed.
You mean clothes I was gonna wear anyways?
Yeah, or the food
Food
that
I
you were
was gonna eat
Yeah,
anyways?
like an ID
to
that you're
live.
going to use anyways. Exactly.
No,
Not necessarily. No, this is specifically for
Yes,
voting.
you need
Think
an ID
about
to
it.
open a bank account. You need an ID to
You
do
don't
all
need an
sorts of
ID to open
things.
up a bank account. That's not
Yes,
true.
you do.
No, you don't. You do not need an ID to open up a bank account. You can go online right now and open up a bank account. You don't have to have an ID.
Do it.
I've done it.
Name me the bank.
USAA.
Okay, I'll try it later.
Pretty sure they just ask
You
for your
wouldn't
social.
qualify. You didn't serve in the military.
Oh, what? So you
No,
do need
I'm
ID.
telling you that that's
You
one
do
of the
need an
requirements for
ID.
USAA. You can try Chase or Capital
So
One or something like that, like they said, but
do need an
USAA,
ID.
you won't.
Okay, thanks,
You don't need
Erika.
ID, stupid.
Uh-huh.
Lawful expert, can I ask
I'm
you?
so fucking dumb.
Can I ask you a question? In all of the states that require you to show ID at the time of voting, in all of those states, why is it that all of those states allow for their citizens to get a free government ID card? Free,
Oh,
you know,
so you
state.
mean-
Why is it
you
that?
mean a
Why is it that?
non-driver's
Hold on.
license.
Yeah. Why is it that all of those states allow for you to get a free state ID card that allows you to vote? Why is that?
I think it has to do with the poll tax. So I
Oh.
don't see the issue.
Oh, so wait
so
a second. So in the Save
there's
Act,
not an issue with
okay,
the
great.
Save Act.
So wait a second. In the Save Act, where does it say that states must allow for a free ID? Where does it say that? Can you show me the section? Actually, here I'll pull it. I'll pull it up here. I'll pull it up here. Because here's the funny thing about all of those about all those states. It's really funny that they all have that. It's almost like they all knew when they wrote their laws that if they didn't have that they would be constitutionally challenged because of the 24th Amendment. I'm asking you. So now I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
I just want to clarify one thing.
No, I'm asking you a question, and I'd like an answer. Where in the Save Act does it say that you can get identification
Wait,
for
I need
no
to know
cost?
one thing.
No,
I
I'm
need to know
asking.
one thing.
No,
What
you
do
don't need to know
to
anything.
get one of these free IDs?
You don't need anything. I'm asking you a question. Where in the Save Act does it say?
What do you
that
mean
you
you
can
don't
get
need
it?
anything to get a?
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that it said your name up here. It says mine, and I'm asking you a simple question. Where in the
before we
Save
go on
Act?
to that, can we just?
No, I've already said no a couple of times, and
Yes,
I'm
we're
asking
gonna
you
go
a
with it.
simple question. Where in the Save
No, I'm about to
Act?
prove it's not free.
Cool. That's not how this works. I understand that you'd like to play your little pedantic game. It'd be like, well, you have to drive there. Yeah. No, they are free. Yeah. Now, lawful expat, I'll bring you back up if you can act like an adult and have a real conversation. But you aren't answering questions. Also, saying things like Joey needs to be deported generally doesn't make me want to talk to you. But if you want to try to be a big boy and have a big boy conversation, you could try to come back up Do you want to try to come back up? Okay. We'll try this one more time.
What that piece of shit say?
Now, I'm going to ask you one more time. Show us in the Save Act where it says that you can get an ID to vote for free.
It doesn't.
Cool. Thank you. Anyways, moving on. And by the way, yeah, he said earlier in the chat, and I noticed it, and that he said that Joey should be fucking deported. You can go
I didn't see that.
Fuck off, you fucking piece of shit. Don't ever fucking come back here.
Jesus Christ. That's some cunt shit right there.
What a piece of shit.
Oh, he lost? Yeah. Also, you can't prove anywhere in the Save Act that it doesn't violate the fucking 24th Amendment, you fucking moron. Get the fuck out of here. Zeke, I tried for you, bud, but goddamn, he was so stupid.
I thought he would be better than Zeke. Good grief. I guess Zeke is what, King MAGA.
Yeah. Wait a second.
Well, no, I guess I don't resort to attacking anyone, and I am
He's
actually
the
respectful.
final boss.
And I'm actually respectful. Now, you can say you disagree with the things that I, assess for, but I'm not disrespecting
Shut up,
anyone on this
Zeke.
panel.
I'm sorry. My apologies. It's late.
Eric, you got my $1,000?
Damn.
Eric, you got my $1,000?
Are you want to
Eric,
answer?
you got my
$1,000?
$1,000?
Are you going to mute me or you want to answer?
I want
crypto.
to. Do you have my $1,000 that you
Fuck
lost to
no,
me?
I
Fairness.
bought
Okay,
crypt-
then get the fuck out of here, you stupid piece of shit.
Did you just say fuck no, he bought crypto? Dude, you can just send the fucking crypto to a wallet. What'd you buy? Fucking Ripple? You can send that to... I have a fucking Ripple wallet. Send it.
I was going to say he bought the chain, but that chain cost $5.
True.
Johnny, hi, are you a Trump supporter? No. They might be. All right, let's see.
Anyways, guys, it's pretty late here. Thank you for having me in your panel. It was great talking to you.
Okay, Zeke.
You guys have a great night.
All right. Have a good one.
I hope I never see you ever again.
I'd run the fuck away, too, if I were you, Zeke. Raul, hi, are you a Trump supporter? Raul, I hope you're not, with a name like Raul Cruz, but,
Is that Ted's brother?
Oh, boy.
Wait, does Ted Cruz have it?
Lawful expat, you can kindly take yourself right out of the guest request, because I'm not bringing you back up, because you said that you thought that our friend should be deported for no fucking reason. So you can go fuck yourself. I think I've already said it. So go the fuck away. I'm not that desperate to talk to MAGA.
Fuck off. All right. It's late. I did a lot of thought today.
Well, you wanna make your way out, Erica? I can. You want to be graceful about it, or do you want to hector?
I don't know. I can't decide. Just thank you everyone for the kindness. I hope y'all have a great day.
Well, okay. Bye, Erica. We love you. W's in the chat for Erica. And hey, it's our friend Brian. How are you, friend? It's been a while. How are you doing?
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
Doing good. Hey, you're a little muffled. I don't know what's going on with your mic. You're just a tad bit muffled.
Uh-oh. I'm on speakerphone. You guys can't hear me?
It's just
Still muffled.
Yeah, you're just muffled. Just like your mic is muffled. It's almost like maybe there's something over. I don't know.
I never.
You got a case on, or is Bluetooth on?
Or maybe something in front of the thing. I don't know.
All right, give me a second. Here.
No worries. Take your time. That's all good. Guys, while we're waiting on our friend Brian, who runs a great radio show, by the way. Want to say once again, thank you to you guys for being here on a Thursday night. Nemo and I are here Monday to Thursday night starting at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We're here. We're over on the Tube. If you guys haven't already followed both of us over on the Tube, we'd appreciate it if you would. It's always great to get some more folks who are subscribed over there. You never know what's going to happen here on TikTok. So appreciate you guys being over there as well. By the way, hello to all of our friends over on the Tube. We got about 200 people over there tonight. Hello to our friends on Twitch. Hello, Twitch friends. I appreciate you guys being there as well. And also, of course, to our 1,500 folks over here on TikTok. Guys, please make sure that you're following both Nemo and myself. Make sure you're following our backup accounts. And please make sure that you followed all of our friends that have been here with us tonight. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, F that guy for fucking with Joey. Nobody fucks with our friends. Like there's some things that's just fucked up. And so you can just fuck right off.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, that's fucked. So anyways, Brian, anytime if you're ready, if you feel like you might got it fixed, feel free to pop on or pop in. You're all good, friend. So
I can't find my headset. I have no idea what I did with it.
That's okay. It's just it's just a bit muffled. But real quick, how you doing, man? How are things? Good.
I watch your show here, and I'm like, it reminds me of me a little bit, and I really enjoy it. So I love how aggressive you are with some of these MAGA people. I really enjoy it. So you guys are doing a great job.
Well, thank you, friend. I appreciate that. I like listening to you as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we need more of this energy. We got to stop being nice to these people. Got to stop, being kind to these despicable and ignorant people that put us in this situation that we're in right now. These are the people. This is the reason why the economy is where it's at. Where you guys know what's going on. This war in Iran, and he cares about his ballroom more than anything. It's insane the times we're living in right now, and the reason why are some of these idiots that argue with you and me on a daily basis. That's why,
Hey, Brian, since we've got the dual stream over on the Tube, do you want to give a quick plug for people to subscribe to you over there?
Oh, thanks, man. That's nice of you. I appreciate that. Yeah, YouTube page is at PTL Radio Show. At PTL Radio Show. Pushing the Limits fan page on Facebook. I do a show Monday through Friday live, 12 to 2. And yeah, we have a good time. I had Hunter Biden on a few weeks ago. Had Brian Callen on today. Owen Schroyer is going to be joining me next week. All different types of guests from the right and the left. So yeah, Monday through Friday show at PTL Radio Show. And keep up the great work, guys. I enjoy listening to you give it to the MAGA morons. I enjoy it.
Well, Brian, coming from a pro, it actually means a lot. I want to tell you, I try to catch you in the afternoon as much as I possibly can in between, doing like dad stuff and everything like that. But I do my very best. You get some fucking interesting calls. I will say that. I think that Nemo and I get some interesting ones, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was like even like regular old fucking calls. I was like, Brian gets some weirdos too. So I appreciate you too, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the weird thing is that people, it's almost like they want the punishment. I get people calling in. They know I'm just going to give it to them, and they keep calling in. Like they want to be abused, and it's like, can you just try to sound semi-intelligent? And they just can't do it. They just can't do it. And,
are you saying they might like this?
I think they have a fetish for just being yelled at and called names and put in their place. I don't know. It's like they're a glutton for punishment, man. I don't know. It's really, really weird. But I got to be honest with you. The TikTok stuff. It's like I know a lot of people like you guys, and they do this for hours a day, and it's like, okay, I do a radio show 2 hours a day, and that's like enough for me. I can't handle anymore. I don't know how some of these guys like you. 3, 4, 5 hours. Like I couldn't do that, man.
Well,
mentally, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Guys, if you Brian's YouTube channel is it's PTL Radio, PTL Radio over there.
PTL Radio Show.
PTL Radio Show.
PTL
Sorry,
Radio
PTL Radio Show.
Yep.
PTL Radio Show. You'll
Yep.
see Brian's face. You'll look for this icon. Look for the same icon. That's how you'll know that you're in the right place. He's on in the afternoons. Kind of like depending. I mean, obviously depending on where you're at in the country, but it's basically the afternoons. I really just would strongly recommend you check it out if you like. If you like us. Brian's a smart guy. He handles the calls really well, and knows what he's talking about. That's all. So check it out,
man. Yeah,
it's good.
Got to get you on my show one of these days. Send me a DM on here, and I'll love to get you on my show, and maybe we both can gang up with some of these callers one of these days.
I would enjoy that. I gotta work on make sure that I'm radio friendly. I gotta really I have to tone it down a little bit.
We do have something called a 6-second delay, but we do get.
Yeah, you gotta. You can't cuss, can you?
To be honest with you, that's something that I'm working on. Because I have 99%, but in all seriousness, 99% of my listeners are not listening on the radio. I think someone was telling me I was looking at about 500,000 views on YouTube and Facebook every day. So most of the people are all over the country on social media. So I really don't have to be on the radio. I guess I'm kind of like an old school guy. Instead of using a pod studio, I like being on the radio, but of course we have FCC regulations, right? You guys have seen the Howard Stern movie and the 7 dirty words and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be really careful on TikTok too. It's brutal. That's crazy too. So there's rules everywhere, right? But I love YouTube. I think YouTube is very fair. Facebook, for the most part, is pretty good to us. So
yeah. I think YouTube's been pretty good with us. I think I've only had in this entire time. I think I've had one issue for us, and that's been pretty much it. And they reversed it pretty quickly, so I was like, oh, okay.
The only time I had an issue on YouTube was I had one of those crazy demon sperm voodoo doctors on, just to destroy them. But obviously they were putting out medical misinformation about the vaccines and stuff. Obviously I disagreed with it and I combated it, but because I had that person on my show, I got a warning on YouTube. And I've been on YouTube for several years now. It's the only time I've ever had any sort of issue at all. So YouTube's been pretty cool. I just don't do TikTok live.
Yeah.
I get taken down way too much.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I haven't done much on TikTok at all lately. And I have a team of people that are helping me now, and they're posting my videos on TikTok and stuff. But yeah, you guys don't have that issue with TikTok? I'm curious.
One thing I'll say, I think that I've noticed is when you start to do numbers, when numbers go up, I've noticed, and you start to get into different like tiers of like viewers and different things like that. It's not as bad. Like I remember what it was like when I first started, and it was worse. It was a lot harder. But now it's like it's different. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a lot more few and far between. And I really think from talking with other creators and some different people, you get away with a lot more the more viewers that you have. It's like they realize that if you're making them money, they care less.
Interesting. Yeah, I do find that with some people, I agree with you. And then they have these TikTok agents around. I don't know if you heard about them.
Oh yeah.
So if you have issues, yeah. So I have one of those, which is helpful.
That's good.
But yeah. Do I make money on TikTok with my videos? Sure, but I haven't put a lot of effort into it because I think it's at least for me, it's far more financially beneficial. YouTube and Facebook for me.
Yeah.
And I know everybody's different, but with my content, YouTube and Facebook. Facebook is great. Facebook's been great.
That's funny.
That's what's been great for me. But TikTok's a great tool to promote and yeah, I mean I'm starting to get my people to post some more stuff on there every day, and so it's cool. It's cool. But I mean, I know when I go live, the times I've gone live on TikTok from the show that I do, half the time it gets taken count. I mean, even if I call a caller a buffoon or a Trump mushroom gobbler or whatever, I am selling those shirts, by the way. Don't be a Trump mushroom gobbler.
Oh
Those are
boy,
my new shirts.
I love that.
but yeah, man, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll say hi to you, and I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you a DM. Would love to hang out sometime. And I will tell you this. I'm a long time performer, and I have done plenty of PG rated things. So I feel like I could eventually temper myself in a non TikTok situation. I probably could do it. So I would definitely like to take you up on that sometime.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I definitely explode on people on the air. Do I use the F word? No. Do I break FCC regulations? No. But I definitely get at it with people, and it's fun. It's like therapy for me. So I do like that. I do enjoy it. But I have more people on the right on my show these days than the left.
That's
usually good battles.
I love it.
Good heated debates, good battles. Yeah, for sure, man.
Awesome.
But yeah, you guys got to keep up the great work. Love hearing you give it to these idiots, because that's what they are. I think if at this point, if you still think Trump's a good president, he's doing a good job, then you're in a cult, and you're either that or you're an extremely unintelligent person. I don't know what else to say anymore. I mean, I hang out with these right wingers and even last night I was hanging out with Alex Stein in Vegas. We're hanging out. He hates Trump, and they won't say it on their show, but Tim Pool doesn't like Trump, doesn't like what's going on. A lot of these people on the far right, they might not admit it publicly, but they are very unhappy with what Trump is doing.
Yeah. Real quick, Brian, because we are wrapping up, but somebody in the chat asked, was Hunter Biden nice? And I feel like you would be, right?
Yeah, I did 90 minutes with him, and he reached out to me because I've talked publicly about losing my sister to an overdose, and unfortunately, that happened. And then Hunter was familiar with my content, and he sent me an email, and he said, "Hey, I really like what you're doing," and I said, "Man, I'd love to have you on," and we started talking, and then he handed me over to his assistant. They could not have been nicer. As far as him doing my show, very transparent.
That's cool.
Very honest. I asked him about everything. Just because I have somebody on that I might agree with a lot doesn't mean I'm not going to grill them on stuff. I was respectful, but I asked him about his addiction, and I asked him about why his father didn't step down earlier, and he gave me a very interesting answer that went viral. He said his father was on some sleeping pills, and he thought that was. Now I don't know if I think that's entirely the reason why Joe Biden had a horrible debate, but yeah, to answer this guy's question, he couldn't have been nicer and forthcoming. He answered every single one of my questions. And some of my friends that have even bigger platforms than me, he declined to go on their shows. So, I'm glad that he did my show, and he'll do it again, he said. And yeah, I'm just glad he's got his life back together, and he's been clean, and I have a lot of respect for Hunter Biden. I really do. Did he make some mistakes? Sure. If he had to do it all over again, would he have taken the Burisma thing? No. I asked him about that.
Sure. Yeah.
But when you talk about $5,000 paintings that he's selling, and you compare that with a $500 million Don Jr. contract and the $1.4 billion crypto scandal, like it's such a joke.
Yeah.
These people are such a joke. Hunter's been through a lot. Sorry, I'm giving you a long answer here.
No,
but
it's fine. Just fine. We asked.
The car accident. I didn't even realize that Hunter Biden was in the car when he lost his mom and his sister in that car accident. Hunter was in the car with Bo. I didn't know that. So we talked a lot. Imagine how traumatic that must have been. at his age. I think he was like 6 or 7 years old. He loses his mom. He loses his sister. Bo was seriously hurt. I mean, that's not something you ever get over. And I went through a similar experience when I was younger. So, I think, I don't want to say bonded, but I think, unfortunately we have some of those tragedies in common.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most enjoyable interviews I did because I just got a chance to get to know him, and I think he's a good man. I think he's a good, decent man. I think his father's a good, decent man. Are they perfect? No. But I have respect for that family. They have some decency, and Joe Biden's a good father, and I don't really care what anybody says. So yeah, I mean, I talk to people. I had David Packman on yesterday. Good dude. Love talking to him. I love getting to know these people. Luke Beasley does my show all the time, and I love getting to know people, and when I'm a fan of theirs, and Adam Mockler's become a friend of mine, and these are good people. These are very smart people. I couldn't talk politics when I was in my 20s. These kids are so smart.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of respect for them, and so yeah, when I get to interview them and get to know them, and I get a sense of who they are. Some bad people that I talk to, not good people. I've had Caroline Levitt on, and first time I interviewed her, I thought she was full of shit. Hunter's just a good dude, man. That's the best I can say. He's honest, and he's doing well, and I'm happy for him, man. I really am.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. You definitely get to talk to some really cool people. I catch a lot of your clips, even if I can't catch the show. So for sure, bro.
Owen Schroyer hit me up today. What do you think about that? Owen Schroyer, of all people, hit me up today, and he agreed to do my show next week. I don't know what to expect in that one. The one person who I hate the most? The one person who I hate, I truly hate these people, the Wilsons. Andrew and Rachel Wilson. They're just awful people. They're the worst human beings ever. Ever.
We do. We also.
There's people on the right. There's people on the right that I'm friends with, that I get along with. I mentioned Tim Pool and some others, and I can get along with people that I disagree with, but man, the Wilsons are just, I've debated Andrew multiple. They're just awful people. And it's unfortunate because, I enjoy having conversations with people I disagree with, but when they're just terrible people, it's really difficult for me anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely, dude. Well, we're right about kind of like at our wrap up time, Brian. But was there anything else you wanted to kind of put out there or say to everybody, or anything you wanted to anything else?
Well, that's nice of you, man. Midterms right around the corner. People got to get out there and vote. If you're one of those people that complains, but you're not going to vote, then I don't want to hear you complain. There's a lot of work to be done, and we're not in a good place. There's people that are having to make a decision whether they want to fill their gas tank or put food on the table for their families. These are very difficult times that we're living in. I care about people. It's not just about winning a debate or insulting people. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes that's fun. But I do care about people no matter what side of the aisle they're on. And, I want some solutions, and we need better candidates. And that starts at the polls, and you got to vote. So we're only a couple months out, and then all of a sudden we're going to be talking about the 2028 presidential election. That's not too far away either. So get out and vote, man. There's a lot of good, young, talented people out there. Erika, who I interviewed 4 years ago, I knew he'd be a star in this party. I love John Ossoff. I think he's great.
Yes.
He reminds me of Obama, the way they talk in a lot of ways. Yeah. I really like John Ossoff. I like Josh Shapiro. I like Wes Moore. I love General Kelly. There's so many young people, AOC, young people in the Democrat Party, rising stars. The Chuck Schumers need to get out. These people at Mamdani, I think he's a smart guy. El Said, smart. So I'm feeling good about where the party is headed now. I didn't really say that a year ago, but I'm feeling better now about where the party's headed. Get out and vote, and get these MAGA Republicans out of office. That's what I'll say to that. And thanks for having me on, guys. You guys are great. And send me a DM. I'd love to have you on my show too.
Thank you, Brian. Very, very kind of you. Thanks for popping up. We both appreciate you. Okay.
You got it. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Take care, bud.
Yeah.
W's for our friend Brian. Appreciate you swinging by, Brian. Like we said, I hope you guys are following Brian. Great follow. Also, Brian wears a Scully cap, and if you're outside of Boston and you wear a Scully cap, you're that's special because usually it's just people here. I feel like so. Thank you to Pacific Waves over on the Chibi said. I thought he said Vern Troyer, not Vaughn. Yeah. Okay. And then also, thank you to Mora. I'm a documented immigrant, and I don't want to be associated with vile morons like Zeke. Much love. Well, thank you, Mora. Appreciate you, friend. Appreciate you. Excuse me. Maybe it is time. Nemo, do you have any other thank yous over there?
No.
Okay. Well, guys, plan to see you tomorrow afternoon. I don't know if you're going to see Nemo tonight. I feel like Nemo was saying that he's tired, but you should be on the lookout just in case. You never know. If he can't sleep, he can't sleep. So just throwing it out there. So you never know. We've got. Let's see. We got on. Was it Manda? No, Amanda's not debating. Okay. Who else we have on? We have, Joey's on. Bill is on. No, what did we go to Joey last night?
Yeah, I think we did.
Well, then I guess we should maybe swing over to Bill tonight, unless you have another idea. Okay, let's go to Bill. We always appreciate Bill. I'm gonna pop him into the chat. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Don't forget, Neo's got his second part of his oral surgery coming up this week. He's going to have to take some time off. And again, I told you this last night, he's not going to ask, so I'm going to. If you would like to help, because we all know how expensive that is, and you'd like to contribute anything additional, especially this week, I know that it's appreciated. Nemo doesn't like to ask, so I am. Consider it. Again, anything that you guys do is so much appreciated. You can find links in our bios and links in the description over here on the tube. You guys are just awesome. And so certainly don't feel obligated in any way, manner, shape, or form. But if you do have a little extra and you appreciate what's going on, then you know what to do. But we just, in general, we just really appreciate you guys. So thank you so much for always hanging out with us. I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. We're gonna see you. You never know you're gonna see him. So I would say, make sure you're following. Make sure you've got your notifications on. Make sure you're in the Discord. Make sure you're in Nemo's Discord. Nemo's Discord. Find a link in his link tree and my link tree. Those links never expire. So come check us out.